Where are they? Anyway, I set up next to them. Let's see if it works. I know.
So what's the approach?
Just ask about the pressure. And then I get to this. And it's nice to see that because they have the footage also here, so it's perfect.
It's like a synergy, right?
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Martin. I'm in a new place, and
What is the social experiment?
I ask you some questions, get you to think. You want to try it?
Sure.
Love it. So, what do you think about oppression?
Bad thing.
Bad thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think that the powerful should have the right to oppress the powerless,
No.
even if it benefits them?
No.
Even if the powerless don't know that they're being oppressed?
No. I think at that point it should still you should be trying to uplift people versus oppress people.
Okay. So, power of the powerful should not have. There's no reason for the powerful to have the right to oppress the powerless, correct?
Correct.
Okay. How do you feel about the animals that we force into slaughterhouses for us? Do you think we're oppressing them?
Potentially.
Okay. And seeing as you're against oppression, what would get you to stop oppressing animals?
Don't know.
Don't know.
No.
No. Is there anything that would stop you?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Haven't thought about it.
Okay. So I'm posing the thought experiment to you now. What is keeping you? Like, if you think about your next meal, what is keeping you from never oppressing an animal for something that is optional to you?
Nothing.
There you go. So if nothing is keeping you, then do you understand your involvement in the matter?
Yes.
Yeah. So do you understand that because of you, animals are oppressed and slaughtered?
Mm-hmm.
And do you like that?
No.
Okay. Can you can you elaborate a little bit?
1 sec. My dad is calling. Hold on.
Ran away. Hello, Jackie Boyle. Hey, Martin. So, let's see. I'll wait. Maybe he finishes the talk, the conversation. Just to show you a little bit of perspective where we're at. We the free cubist. Sorry, we the free anonymous for the voiceless cubist somewhere here. I don't know if you can see them, and we are right next to them. Yeah. Yeah, so I thought it would be fun to set it up right next to AV, just because now we have also footage in case. Yeah, he ran away, by the way. Yeah. Oh, his dad is calling. He went on the phone a little bit further away, and then he ran away. Yeah. So let's see. I'm next to AV now. Let's see. It's gonna be interesting. They definitely can't excuse themselves anymore, huh? Great, loads of activists together. Yeah, it's full of activists today. Let's see if we get somebody to comment that. So my thinking is that people will try to avoid the AV people and come to me. Little do they know. And try? Hey Christina, I'm in Dam Square. You wanna try? So unfortunately, I think I have to kind of stand with the back from the chat, so I won't be replying to a lot of messages because most of the people are this way. But let's see, maybe we get some people. And if not, we can move a little bit further away. Hey, you wanna try? I moved in this direction, maybe more people. I'm in Bonn, Germany right now at the vegan summer camp. Nice, Christina. Very nice. So I'm feeling very direct today, so I'm excited about the conversations. Let's see. A lot of people passing by, not a lot of people stopping. Oh my God, Jackie Boyle, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Jackie Boyle, what a legend. I know a lot of the AV people, that's the only problem. So when I say hello to them, a lot of people might see me. Let's see. There's a lot of people here, by the way. A lot of people. I don't know if you guys can tell, but there's a lot of people here. We have to have patience. Name the trade, yeah. Yeah, so far so good, huh? It might be that the AV is actually distracting people from me, so, and well, I might be distracting them, people from them, so I might need to move a bit further away, but let's see. Just in case I didn't tie anything this time. You guys want to try a social experiment? Yeah, in English. It's in English.
What's the social experiment about?
I just ask you some questions, get you to think.
Okay.
You want to give it a try?
I'm a little bit nervous.
Can you come more in view?
Not until I know what the questions are going to be about.
They're about oppression.
Okay. Sure.
Sure? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do you feel about oppression?
Obviously, very negatively towards it.
Okay. Do you think that the powerful should have the right to oppress the powerless,
No.
even if it benefits them?
Absolutely not.
Okay, even if the powerless don't know that they're being oppressed.
Yeah, I think oppression is wrong in all forms.
Okay, and even if the powerful have been doing it for a long time and it's presumably hard for them to stop.
Yes, I think it's still wrong.
Okay, then how do you feel about the animals that we force into slaughterhouses for us? Do you think we're oppressing them?
I think sometimes,
Sometimes only,
Yeah.
not always.
not always. I think there are some animals that have lived a life and are about to die anyway, and if they're about to die, then we might as well use them. But forced into slaughterhouses routinely and like in big masses, then no. I think.
So I
there's
have
some
I have
wrong.
2 questions there. First of
Yeah.
all, where are these animals that reach oldhood enough that they die of natural causes and then
In small farms, personal
small farms?
Yeah.
Do you know for a fact that that's happening?
I know some people who own farms who that happens. Yes.
Because none of the animals live to oldhood. Most of the animals live to up to 25% of their lifespan.
Okay.
Yeah. For example, do you know anything about the dairy industry?
No, I don't know anything about the dairy
No, but I
industry.
assume you consume dairy products, right? Like milk or cheese and stuff.
Every now and then, yeah.
Yeah. What do you think has to happen for a cow to produce milk?
I assume they have to have a kid and then.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So what the farmers do, they don't wait for them to get pregnant on their own, but rather they forcefully impregnate them.
Yeah.
Somebody puts their hands in their anus, hoards their cervix, and
Ugh.
injects bull semen.
Yeah.
Yes. It's standard practice. Somebody jerks off a bull for that to happen so that they get the semen. Yeah. And
Yikes.
after 9 months, what do you think happens to the babies?
I think they're separated.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They're separated from the mother because the milk has to go for human consumption,
Right.
And if the baby's a male, they don't produce milk. So what do you think happens to them?
They probably go to a slaughterhouse, but I don't know.
Exactly. Yeah. They go to a slaughterhouse somewhere between the first day of life to 1 year of life, and the females they get forcefully impregnated year over year like their mothers, for 6 to 8 years until the farmer can no longer financially justify keeping them alive, and then they all go to a slaughterhouse, and they can live up to 20 years, so they don't live even half their life. This is
That's
their
really
product.
rough. Yeah, I think it's the big companies that.
No, this
wrongfully
is
do it.
also in small farms. This is standard
really?
practice also in
Okay.
small farms. Yeah. So my question to you is, if you were to find out that absolutely any animal product that you buy, you pay for, would you call this abuse? What I just described?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. You would pay for this form of abuse towards animals? Would that deter you to not ever purchase any animal product again?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I love it. So then, do you think that it's an urgency for you to find out whether what I'm saying is true or not?
Sure. Yeah,
Right.
I think there's an urgency.
Because if it's true, then the next time you buy an animal product, you will oppress an animal and you will put them through these cruel practices, right?
Right.
And would you want that to happen?
No.
No, especially on your behalf, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what matters most of it.
Right.
Okay. Do you know what veganism is?
I do. I think we have to go. Sorry.
Let me give you a card before you
Okay.
go. Just, um, go here and watch the most important speech you'll ever hear, okay? Run away again. I gave her a card. I hope she looks into it. I hope she understood the urgency. I think if the next person wants to run away, I'll say something. I'm in Amsterdam, no context. Or I'll say something like, you can run away from me, but you cannot run away from responsibility. I think that's a good one, huh? but I think she understood the urgency or something. I don't know. She ran away too fast, way too fast. No context. Thanks for forcing your beliefs onto innocent carnivores. Yeah, that's funny. Let's see. Maybe we can force some more. So the way I see it is like there's a funnel of people. They have the choice to walk away, but the animals don't. That's a good one. The way I see it on the street right now, there's like a funnel of people stopping for Anonymous for the voiceless, and then, hey, you want to try? Sure. What's your name?
Haley,
Ailey. How old are you, Ailey?
8.
8. Nice. I'm Chip. I'm 36. Nice to meet you, Ailey.
Hi.
How do you feel about animals? Can you come more in view?
Yes.
Yeah. How do you feel about animals, Ailey?
Mm, I don't know.
You don't know? Do you like them? Do you think they're cute?
Yeah.
Okay. How do you feel about mistreating animals, about treating them badly, hurting them?
I think that is not good.
That is not good, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then, how do you feel about the animal products that we consume? Do you think we're mistreating animals to get those products?
I don't know it for sure.
Yeah, we are mistreating animals, right? So what I'm doing is I'm standing here trying to talk, to have conversations with people, trying to ask them what is keeping them from not hurting animals ever again.
Yeah.
So, do you consume any animal products?
I don't know for sure. Aside that have home, I don't know.
Do you eat chicken or?
Sometimes.
So that one time when you eat a chicken, a live chicken, have you seen chicken before?
Yeah.
Like a live chicken will be slaughtered especially for you.
Yeah. Sometimes I see as I'm eating pig, then I see some blood and I think, oh, that is not good for the animals.
Yeah, it's not. It's not. All those animals wanted to live. All those animals wanted to live their life just like you do, huh?
Yeah. But some people need to have some hungry and sometimes then they kill them and eat them.
Yeah, but do you think we need to kill them and eat them?
Nah. Sometimes you need to leave them alone.
We always need to leave them alone, huh?
Yeah, I
We
think.
never need to kill them. We can survive and thrive without killing them.
But sometimes you need to make some people like meat or think that is for something and some people like that.
But do you think that just because some people like meat, it makes it okay to take somebody else's life because they
No.
like meat?
No.
So it wouldn't be okay to take the life of an animal just because they want to eat meat, right?
Yeah.
Right? So then, do you know what veganism is?
Hmm?
Do you know what veganism is? What a vegan is?
Yeah, that you are not eating chicken or things.
Yeah.
You're not gonna eat animal.
Yeah. So basically, a vegan is a person that refuses to exploit any animals.
Yes.
That means we don't want them to be killed for us. We don't want them to be harmed,
Yeah.
and we don't want them to be kept in small spaces or anything.
Yeah.
Does that sound like something you would want to do?
I don't know for sure.
Well, what in your mind is making you say yes? I want to stop oppressing animals,
I
and
think yes, I want to stop it to press the animals. Sometimes I like them or sometimes not. Sometimes I think what they are doing to them.
yeah, but it doesn't really matter. Like at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter if we like them or not, right? Like you could say that there's people on the street that you don't like them, but
Yeah.
you would not kill them to
Yeah.
eat them, right?
Yeah.
So why would we do this to animals, right?
I don't know. Really, I don't know for sure. But I think some people kill them for food. Some people think that is not good for the animals.
It's not. It's not.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So would you see yourself as not participating in this process? For example, do you drink any milk or cheese?
No.
Do you eat cheese or milk? You don't drink any of it?
No, only sometimes cheese, but I don't like cheese so much.
So cheese also comes from the milk from milk of cows. Do you know what happens
Yeah.
to cows in
Yeah.
order
Then they are doing that. That is for milk. But I don't like that.
Yeah. So for in order for cows to produce milk, they have to have a baby, just like your mother had you, right? They have to
And
have
my
a baby.
sister.
Yeah, and your sister, right? So what happens is farmers they force cows to have babies, right? They forcefully impregnate them. They don't just wait for cows to do that on their own, but rather they force them. And then when the baby is born, because the baby would drink the milk of the cow, what they do is they take the baby away from their mother, and they
Yeah.
say the milk is for us, not for you. Is
Yeah.
that fair?
That is really fair for the baby cat. They need to drink too.
They need to drink too, exactly. So when you buy cheese, or when you eat cheese, or when you drink milk, this is what you're supporting, taking babies from their mothers. And if the baby is a male, they don't produce milk, so they get killed.
Yeah.
That's horrible, huh?
Yeah. And then they are cooking them, and that I don't like.
Exactly. So would you see yourself as being vegan, as never participating in
I
this?
think I bet that I'm gonna be vegan, but sometimes I can eat meat. Only one time.
But
That
if
is it.
even that one time you still kill one animal, huh? And to them it's their whole life, and to you it's what, 10 minutes?
Yeah. But sometimes I eat not the whole chicken up, and I think it's in my head that it's not good for the animals.
To eat them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not. It's not.
They are killing, but they are good for dead. Then they 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 make the plants and things.
You mean the animals?
Yeah.
Well, the animals don't make the plants. The plants grow on their own, and the animals eat the plants. But we could eat the plants directly, right?
Yeah.
Like we could have plant-based burgers. We could have plant-based nuggets. Everything we want.
Yeah.
There is plant-based version nowadays, right? And
Yeah.
it's just as tasty as the meat-based version. The only difference is that we don't kill an animal for them, right?
Yeah.
Do you like that?
No, I don't like if they are killed.
Okay, let me give you a card, and you can talk to your parents and look more into it. And maybe you don't want to be part of any of it. Okay,
Yes.
how does that sound? So, okay, let me view. Do you like a particular animal?
I don't know. I can ask.
Do you like cats or dogs?
Yeah, I like cats or dogs. They're so cute.
Okay, so I'll give you this card right here.
Thank
Uh,
you.
On this other side, oh, I gave it two accidentally. Yes. So on this other side, go on this website or ask your mom to go on this website, type in
Yeah.
this code, and watch the most important speech you'll ever hear. Okay?
Yeah.
And this is my social media in case you want to see yourself or you have more questions. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you so much. What was your name again?
Haley.
Haley. I'm Chip. Thank you, Haley. You know, it's when I see people like you, it gives me hope. So let's stop. Let's not ever do this to animals again. Okay?
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate your openness, Haley.
Thank you, dude. Bye bye.
Have a good one. Hey, Tyler. Welcome to the club. Yeah, I don't know if she'll go vegan right now, but it's good, you know, indeed it's good to outreach children because they understand it, you know, then they understand it a little bit different. And yeah, it's a little bit harder to talk to kids, huh? It's not so easy. Also, my lower back was under great tension sitting in that position, so if another child comes, I'll just be squatting, I guess. Are mussels and scallops vegan? They are not, no. Actually, I don't know. What are mussels and scallops? Are those... I don't think they are, no. Hi. Hi, you want to try it? Okay, love it. Let me just put this one here. Okay. Can you come closer so that you're in view? Yes, nice. What's your name?
Caroline.
Caroline. I'm Chip. Nice to meet you, Caroline.
Hi, nice to meet you.
So, how do you feel about oppression?
Oppression.
Yeah,
Oppression is a bad thing.
it's a
of
bad
course.
thing. Okay,
Yes.
I love it. Do you think that the powerful should have the right to oppress the powerless,
No.
even if it benefits them? And by them, I mean the powerful.
No.
Okay, even if the powerless don't know that they're being oppressed.
Yeah. Then still, that depends if it's bad for the powerless.
Let's say it's bad for the
Even though,
powerless.
yeah. Then it's still not a good thing, of course.
Okay, and even if the powerful have been doing it for a long time, and it would be supposedly hard for them to stop.
Yeah.
Okay. Then, and this whole social
Quite
experiment,
obvious.
these questions that I pose come down to the same question here. How do you feel about the animals that we force into slaughterhouses for us? Do you think we're oppressing them?
Yes.
Okay. And do you consume any animal products?
Yes.
And seeing as you're against oppression, do you see any contradiction there?
Yes.
And what would get you to clear away this contradiction and stop oppressing animals?
Well, I would really, yeah, I have, what I eat is biological, and that's one thing. And I try to eat vegetarian, but it's difficult with the family, at least, and I'm not very good cook. So I can't cook so good with the vegetarian products. But I really hope that the meat that they're making now in laboratories, I hope that's going to work, because then you don't have to kill the animals anymore, and you can still eat meat.
That's true, but we still, up until that comes,
Yeah.
we can still survive and thrive without slaughtering animals, without putting them into cruel practices, right? And you say
Right.
you eat biological, but
Yeah.
there really isn't that much of a difference, is there? Because biological animals still go to the same slaughterhouse,
That's it. That's true. Yeah.
right? And do you know, for example, in the dairy industry, what has to happen for cows to produce milk?
Of course. Yeah. There's now a new cow milk that's called kalverliefde, where the cows can stay with their mother for at least 3 months. But yeah, so I know exactly what happens. They take the baby away and we
Yeah.
drink their milk.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Yeah.
and if the baby's a male, they get killed from like
I know.
the first day of life up to 1 year, right?
Yeah,
And they can live up to 20 years. So,
I know.
is that something that you want to be complicit in?
No, I would like to do something about it. Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. So, do you think, like, for example, adopting a plant-based diet would solve all of these issues, and you wouldn't be part of this?
Well, that depends, because also with the soya, you have a lot of arguments that the soya is a lot of forest has to be cut down for the soya plantations.
Yeah.
So I'd like to be sure of that. Then also, make sure that that's also a good thing. But yeah, I'm always trying to see if I can get vegetarian alternatives. And when my kids are not here, I try to eat vegetarian all the time. I was a vegetarian until I became pregnant.
Yeah.
And then I really wanted to have a croquette, which is a Dutch terrible thing. But yeah, so I know I should, it's a battle.
But vegetarians, as I explained with the dairy, vegetarians still exploit animals, right? They still oppress animals, because for dairy, animals get oppressed and then they get slaughtered.
Yeah, okay, then you mean vegan.
Yeah, I mean vegan. Yeah. So
Yeah.
do you know what veganism is?
Yeah.
Can you walk me through it?
Well, then you don't eat anything that is animal-based. So no milk, no dairy, no meat, obviously. So yeah, everything that is non-dairy.
Yeah. So veganism is not necessarily. It's not a diet actually. It's not a diet at all. It's like a moral stance where we say we don't want animals to be oppressed for us.
Yeah.
And obviously a normal consequence of this is that we don't consume animal products, but we also don't buy, for example, leather.
Yeah.
We don't go to zoos. We don't pay for circuses or other products that exploit animals, right? So does that sound like something you would see yourself as doing? That you could see yourself as doing?
No, well, I worked at a sanctuary for exotic animals for 22 years, and so we always used to, if we had dinner there, it would usually be vegetarian or vegan. But I think it's very difficult. I really look up to the people that are vegan, because they have to be so strict about it. I thought it was difficult when I was a vegetarian already, and a vegan, I think that's
What do you find
I think it's
difficult about it?
just that you have to read everything. Like if you want to have a piece of licorice.
Well, you have labels. You have vegan
I know,
labels now
I
on
know.
products, right? So you
But
don't
it's
have to
it's
read.
with everything. You have to have the piece of candy, and there's gelatin in it, and you have chocolate, and there's milk in it. Yeah, I think it's very difficult.
But do you think it's more difficult for you to try and like find out if a product is vegan or not? And by the way, I don't know how you eat right now, but like when you go to a supermarket, I assume you kind of buy the same products you normally buy on a, let's say, weekly basis, right? So in that sense, it would only take like an adjustment period of 1 month to know which products to buy, the same, and then you kind of go along. You don't have to buy new products every time, right? You don't always have to check the label. You just buy the same products that you do normally, like
Yeah.
we normally do anyway. So there's that, number one. And number two, do you think it's more difficult for you or for the animals that are forced into slaughterhouses for you?
Yeah, well, then of course, yeah.
Yeah, because we have to see it this way,
If it-
right?
I was looking at those pictures, and
Yeah.
like, I think if you would see them above the meat in the supermarket, you would never buy meat anymore.
Yeah, that's why
It's
they don't
just-
show it. That above the
Yeah,
meat
I can't look at it. I looked at the pictures for PETA.
Yeah.
I'm a donor for them also, for the raccoon dogs, the way that they kill them for the fur. So yeah, a big part of it is just if you don't see it, you pretend as if it isn't there. So yeah.
Okay, so how many, I'll ask you this question, how many more animals have to be exploited and slaughtered for you before you go vegan?
Oh, that's a hard question. Yeah, I would like to say none, of course. That's
Yeah.
the best answer.
Yeah, I guess the way I see it, because maybe correct me if I'm wrong, but what I see in you is maybe a reluctance because it's a change of habit, right? And it's something that is not easy, right? Any change of habit is never easy, right?
Now, yeah, I know when I was a vegetarian for about 8 years, and I found it hard because then you go to a restaurant and the menus are, is so restricted. Depends on which country you are in also. But I just found it hard that you always have to think about it and that there's always a lot of things that you cannot eat.
Yeah.
And we had discussions about that at my job, we had certain things at dinner that vegetarians could eat, and then the people that weren't vegetarians said, well, I can eat it too, and then the vegetarians said no, because that's for us, and then it's just more difficult. I guess that's the reason.
I mean, if you think in a context when you have seen multiple people, it can seem more difficult. But the reality is, when you're alone, it's not that difficult because
No.
you, as I said, like you normally generally learn which products you buy, and then if you buy a new product, you just have to do a quick check on the back. And usually the allergens, which are milk or anything like that, they're usually in bold,
Yeah.
so it's quite easy to check also. And I mean, if you live in the Netherlands, which I assume you do, it's very easy nowadays. Maybe 8 years ago it wasn't as easy,
Yeah.
but nowadays you have so many options. And I think almost every restaurant has a vegan option nowadays. Right?
Yeah, that's true, but it's limited still.
It's
And
limited.
if you're not vegan, you can choose out of the whole menu, also the vegan options. And I must say, if I am in a restaurant and I eat the vegan option, yeah, like a vegan burger is still not the same. It's still not so good. So So,
Yeah, but
yeah.
Imagine, because you say you pay for PETA for dogs, right? Like,
No, raccoon dogs. Yeah.
okay. Like imagine that you pay for PETA, who basically fight against animal agriculture, and then you pay even more money towards animal agriculture to do this to animals, right?
Yeah.
So it's like there's a contradiction there, number one. And number two, I mean, we kind of have to stop seeing animals as resources. Like, because I see you still see them like as these resources, a means to an end. But the reality is, like, if all the meat that you found everywhere, including restaurants and everywhere, would be coming from exploited human beings, would you still consume them? Would you find it so hard to stop?
Yeah, that's impossible to answer. But I think if everybody would stop eating meat, I wouldn't have a problem with it. But nowadays, a lot of times you think, yeah, I've been a vegetarian for 8 years, and what difference did it make? And I'm a donor. All the money that I donate is all to animal organizations.
But don't donate to animal organizations. Just stop donating to the animal agriculture.
Yeah, but I'm donating for the bear bowl farms in Vietnam, and that's also going on.
Yeah, okay. Like you can choose to care about any social causes that you want, and you can choose to donate your money however you want. But when you have to eat, you have to make a choice, right? So in that sense, I can understand that maybe some products seem more appealing to you because you've gotten accustomed to them, or maybe you're in a restaurant and you have so many more options that are not vegan and just one vegan option. But then
Yeah.
again, what you're sacrificing is 10 minutes of pleasure, whereas what one animal is sacrificing is their whole life,
Yeah.
so that you can have that option in the menu, right?
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Right. So would you see yourself as tipping the scale and not sacrificing the life of an animal again?
I will definitely change. I think about. I don't think I can go to a supermarket now without thinking of you.
I like that.
So,
I like that.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll give you some resources to help you further into this. But mainly, what I want you to get from this is number one, that this view of animals as resources is not fair towards them, and it's something that, while we justified it as doing because maybe at some point it was necessary, it's no longer necessary, is it? Right?
No.
We can survive and thrive without doing this to animals. So now, that's number one. Number two, that you are complicit in it, and number three, that you can't stop. You understand
Yeah,
all this?
I understand all that.
Yeah, and going forward, please be aware that when you go to a supermarket, when you go to a restaurant, wherever you go, if you buy a product that exploited an animal, knowingly, you are knowingly putting an animal into a slaughterhouse, okay? So you do have a bit more responsibility. And you can see footage there of what happens in slaughterhouses.
I know. I don't want to see it.
It's the same in Netherlands. Like, the reason why I turned vegan was because I thought doesn't happen in the Netherlands, but then I Googled it and it's exactly the same. So
Yeah, and that's why I bought biological, because I thought that would be better. But they go to the same slaughterhouses and have to go to the same shit. Yeah.
yeah, because
I know.
imagine they farmers, they love their animals like I love my camera, my phone, everything, right? They're just resources to them. The minute they're no longer good, or the minute they no longer grow, or they no longer produce enough, they go to a slaughterhouse, right? So a cow, for example, or a chicken, they grow up to a certain age. Like we as humans grow up to until like the age of 21, and then we
Yeah.
stop growing, right?
Yeah.
So the farmers, the minute they reach the biggest size they reach, they're no longer incentivized to keep them alive. So
Yeah.
they just go to a slaughterhouse, right?
I know.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Let me give you some resources, okay?
All right.
Please look into it. It is urgent. If you were in their shoes, you wouldn't want this to happen to you, okay?
Absolutely.
Go on this website. It will ask you to type a code. Type in this code. Set it to English, because I think if you go on Dutch, it will set to Dutch. And watch the most important speech you'll ever hear.
Okay.
It's a speech, just like we had the conversation now. It really does explain the practices, including biological and
Yeah.
all this. And there's also Challenge 22 right there. Challenge
Yeah.
22, they hook you up with a nutritionist, send you vegan recipes every day. They help you be vegan so that the diet is not an issue for you.
Yeah. All right. I'll check it out.
Go check it out. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you too.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think people kind of run away from the view. I'll move it a little bit like this. What is biological flesh secretions? Yeah. A lot of people think that if it's biological or organic, it somehow means the animals are treated better. Obviously not true, but
What's the experiment?
I just ask you some questions, get you to think. You wanna try?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Love it. What's your name, by the way?
Lewis.
Lewis. I'm Chip. Nice to meet you.
Chip,
Lewis.
nice to meet you. Where,
Where
you
you?
from?
Oh, I'm originally from Romania, but I live in Amsterdam. How about
I'm originally from America, but now I live in Belgium, but I did live in Amsterdam.
you? Okay, love it. Okay. So I'm going to ask you a set of questions about oppression. How do you feel about oppression?
Oppression or depression?
Oppression.
Well, and what frame of oppression do you mean?
Let's say any kind of oppression. Do you are generally in favor of it or against it?
I'm always against oppression.
You're
I mean,
always against
well,
oppression.
I would like to think that a sound person would be against oppression. I mean, the oppression of people. Like, let's go there. As a queer person, we've been oppressed. As a person of color, I've been oppressed. So I'm against oppression.
Love it. Okay. Do you think that the powerful should have the right to oppress the powerless,
No.
even if it benefits them?
No, because who decides what the benefit is? Because remember, you think it's a benefit, but maybe
No.
they don't
I
think
mean,
it's beneficial.
when I say them, by them, I mean the powerful.
Yeah, but with the powerful, give me an example of the benefit. Give me a situation
The
where
powerful
the powerful
get pleasure
can.
out of it.
No.
Okay. Even if the powerless don't know that they're being oppressed.
No, I still don't agree with that because not knowing and ignorance doesn't mean it's fair. It's still an ignorance, right?
Yeah.
A good example is a lot of people don't know that they're being offensive or racist,
Yeah.
right? Especially in this day and age. And they're oblivious to it because they're ignorant to it, but it still hurts people. So not knowing is not an excuse to do something.
Okay, I love it. Okay, and the whole reason why I do the social experiment boils down to this one question: is how do you feel about the animals that we force into slaughterhouses for us?
Well, as
You-
a plant-based person who loves animals, I don't want to make a grand stance about living things, but I don't believe in
You're
body harm.
plant-based?
Yeah, plant-based.
Okay, why are
I
you
don't
not
believe in
vegan
harm.
then?
I was vegan for a very long time, and then when I went to Afghanistan, I had to eat eggs because I had to live, and so I eat eggs, but that's it.
You eat eggs nowadays also?
From time to time, if it's in a baked good, yes, but I don't seek them out. No.
Okay, but like, do you know what happens to the chickens?
Oh,
and
I'm,
eggs?
I'm very aware of what happens
Yeah.
in all the farming and all these things. I'm
Do
very
you,
aware.
do you think those animals are not oppressed? The ones that
Of course they are.
oppressed? Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you buy an animal product that contains eggs in it, you're still oppressing animals.
Of course.
Yeah. So what would get you to stop oppressing them? Like,
Well-
especially since you're so close.
Well, I wouldn't think of it as being so close. I would think of it as, instead of looking at someone like myself and saying what will get me to stop oppressing animals, 'cause I think that's the narrative of this is like
Yeah.
we should all be plant-based because animals are living things and they also feel the same pains and things as normal
Yeah.
people. And since I already make a statement that I'm against oppression, I'm somehow still oppressing animals.
Yeah.
And my stance to that is it's a journey. Like all things, like when it comes to veganism, veganism is a journey. I was a vegan for 10 years, and I've been a vegetarian for about 16 years. And my journey is going back to veganism. It is going back to veganism.
Okay.
As we continue to grow and as we continue to realize that there are other ways to get the things we need nutrients-wise.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, I can say it's a process that is coming.
Okay, but like in this process, like why not? Like, do you understand the urgency? Because if you're in the shoes of these animals, when would you want to be vegan? Would you want to be vegan like this, or would you want to be vegan as a process in a couple of months or years?
Well,
or
everything's a
whatever?
process. Let's take climate change, right? There's not a company in the world
But
that's
this
going to
isn't
stop.
climate
No,
change.
no, but I'm going to use this as an example. There's not a company in the world that just stops everything that they're doing. They say, here's a timeline to when we're going to be sustainable,
A
right?
company is made of thousands of people. I'm
Exactly.
talking about one person here, you.
But
You
we're
make
talking about the
decisions
world.
for yourself, right?
Yes, correct.
So how many more animals have to be oppressed for you before you go vegan?
That's a question I cannot answer because I will say this: I have a timeline for myself, and I say by the end of 2024 I will be vegan again,
Okay.
and that's the thing that makes logical sense for my lifestyle.
So until the end of 2024, you will be an animal oppressor.
If that's the label you want to give it, fine.
It's not the label I want to give it. It's the label that you have, right? Because
And
you
that's
are
fine.
oppressing animals.
But it won't trigger me in any way to make me angry or upset, or
I don't want
it
you
won't,
to get
it won't
upset.
shift me either. Like I have a timeline for myself, which in turn will allow me to be vegan in my way, in the way that I was before. That is also healthy for me and also allows me to function in my lifestyle because my lifestyle requires a certain thing. But you don't know my lifestyle, which I'm not going to share with you. But it takes time for me to get to the space that I was, and I have a plan, and that's my plan to get there by the end of 2024.
So in the social experiment that I did before, I asked you if the powerful should have the right to oppress the powerless, even if it benefits them, right? Or even if because the way I see it right now, what you're saying is that your lifestyle wouldn't benefit from you stopping oppressing them, right? So the current lifestyle that you have, the oppression that you do towards animals, benefits you currently. So why wouldn't?
No, not that it benefits my health currently, because what I do for work, I can't actually choose certain. I can't share with you what I do, but just know that at the end of 2024, I have more autonomy over what I'm doing.
So
That's the timeline for my livelihood.
So
it's a
are
big
you being
difference.
forced to consume animal products?
I wouldn't say forced, but there is a lack of nutrients. There is a lack of being if I don't consume what's available to me at the time.
So if you don't consume animals, you say
In certain situations, I wouldn't eat for weeks.
if you don't consume animals.
Correct.
Do you live here? Oh, you say you live in Belgium, right?
Yeah, that's where my home is. But I do a lot of extra work that
Yeah.
once again I can't discuss. But I do things.
So is it that you, because as far as I understand, it's more of a practical issue, right, for you?
Yeah, practicality. Yeah,
Okay, well, before
that's one way. I guess that's one. If you wanted to generalize it, I guess practicality would be the generalization. But realistically, it's function. It's function, right? And if you want to dive into like the human body, like we have kind of conformed. Our stomachs are different, right? And so, for me to not eat anything at all, I wouldn't live.
Yeah, but like, if you were to not find any animal products, would you find a way to survive and thrive?
In my current situation,
Yeah.
that's not even a thing. That's a scenario that doesn't exist.
So
In my current life, that is a scenario that doesn't exist.
Okay.
I don't do what if scenarios, because I mean, what if slavery never happened, right? Like
Yeah.
I don't do what if scenarios. In my current lifestyle, that doesn't exist. But come 2024, at the end of 2024, I will have complete control, and I will be vegan again.
Yeah, but you see, like, first of all, what do you think veganism is before I?
Well, it's almost like ahimsa, right? It's no harm to living things, so you don't consume the animals, you don't eat the animals, you don't wear the animals, or anything that brings any sort of abuse or usage to an animal product or an animal in general.
Yeah,
so that
it
means no
seems like,
leathers, there's no food. I was vegan for a very long time, I understand. But I'm also a human in this current world, right?
Yeah.
And I understand how we operate. And I think when we start to look at things, it's one thing to have shock value and try to tell people you're wrong in a way without telling them they're wrong.
I never told you you're wrong.
And I didn't say that you told me I was
Yeah.
wrong, now did I? And in a way, we're not telling them they're wrong, and it's another way of saying, okay, what is your plan? And
Yeah.
I told you what my plan is, essentially, loosely, because I can't share much, but my plan is by the end of 2024 is to be vegan. And I know the direction I'm going, and I know the time that it takes to get there. And
Yeah.
I am also very aware that until I get there, I am in some way contributing to the oppression of animals, right? And there is always
You
this
are
freedom.
complicit, yeah.
Yeah,
You are responsible.
there is all, I wouldn't say responsible or complicit, but I understand that in
Well,
certain
you are.
situations.
You are responsible.
No, I understand that in certain situations, it's survival.
Are you ever in a situation where the only thing you can eat is an egg? Is that what you're saying?
Often.
Often.
Often, that is my life.
Often. So in that whole day, you cannot find anything.
Correct.
Okay, then there's nothing I can tell you about this, I guess.
But
I'm
I'm interested in what you think. Though.
I mean, the way I see it, right? The way I see it, because obviously I cannot test your honesty and see what all the situations that you've been put in. I myself did a lot of traveling as well, and there have been situations when it has been hard. I won't say no, but like especially traveling around the world, as you said. But like, I always had the situation, and maybe if for a meal I never had the situation, I did not eat that meal. I don't care. Like for me, the whole idea of seeing animals as a means to an end is not an option for me.
And that's your journey.
Yeah, because
Right?
I would say, I would not do it to a human being. If I were to find out that there's eggs of human beings, right, like menstruations from women. However, let's say that doesn't sound gross, or somehow sounds
It does.
appealing.
It sounds like you're making a point. So
Yeah. So in that sense, I would never ever touch it, because it's just I don't want ever, because I know that when I do that, a human being will be oppressed for that.
And I respect your journey. And
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm blind to any of this. I'm not blind to any of it, but I also understand my journey, right?
Yeah.
And my journey has been like this for a while, and now my journey is going back to where I prefer my journey to be. But I also am very in tuned with how the world works, and I'm not a fan of shock value. Or here's a good example. When I was vegan for a very long time, I never once paraded the idea that everyone else who's not vegan is creating some sort of harm consciously and complicitly. I would ask them, what is your lifestyle, and is this something you are interested in? If so, go forward with your life. If not, I'm not here to convince people, but do you have a plan? What is your goal? Like, how do you feel about harming of people and things of that nature? And so I've had these conversations before on the other side, and I will tell you, the world is designed in a way that sometimes you have to make your way back to your belief system, right? Like, it's the same thing as like if, I don't want to use violence as an answer, but we're kind of talking about violence in a low, but in a way, right?
Yeah.
So let's say someone makes me angry and I get into a physical altercation, right?
Yeah.
I am not that physical altercation my entire life. I learned from that physical altercation, and maybe sometimes I may have some anger issues or some things that travel, but then I come back to the person that I was before the physical altercation. That's the same way I see this path of life. I've been around for a very long time. I know I look very young, but I've been around for a very long time, and I understand that it is a journey, and I will never, and I will say this very clearly, I will never make an excuse for consuming animal products on the path to not consuming animal products.
But you are making excuses.
No, I'm not. I'm telling you right now, I'm not making an excuse.
But it doesn't matter what you say, because you are literally making
No,
excuses.
I stated some facts, actually.
Yeah, but you are making excuses for why you're currently consuming animal products, and what you're saying is, these are my excuses for why I'm currently not consuming animal products, but in the future I'll stop. That's what
So
you're
you
saying.
understand that the word excuses
Yeah.
is not interchangeable with facts, right? One is I literally, in your scenario, so I starve myself to death.
No, I'm not saying you to die, but
that's literally what would happen.
So what you're saying is there's no pasta, there's nothing.
Not
All
in
you
certain
have is just
situations,
one
not,
egg.
Not even necessarily. Sometimes I don't have eggs. Sometimes I only have a piece of cheese, and sometimes I don't even have an animal product. I have to
it's
consume
so
what is
hard
available.
for me to understand to find these situations, because like I have never ever, and I come from Romania, where in
Good for
Romania
you.
there's certain areas of Romania where they eat not a little meat, but like a ton of meat, and even then on the dinner table you still have other things other than animal products, right?
But you're already putting yourself in the mindset of a person
Yeah.
who is in a normal situation. I can't stress this enough. You don't know my lifestyle. You don't know the situations that I'm put in. You don't know my career. You don't know anything about my journey. So for me to say that is, there are situations multiple times for months at a time that I do not get to choose what I consume. And often,
So you're forced to eat what you're given.
In a sense, yes.
Not in a sense.
Yeah, 'cause
Yes or
it's
no?
either I do or don't. So if I'm never forced to eat anything, I could just starve. So you're never forced to do anything, right?
Listen,
'Cause
if
can
you're
also
being
not eat.
forced to eat animal products, obviously I'm not going to say to you that it's your fault, right? But if
But
you
even
do
if you
have,
said it was my fault, it wouldn't change the
if
reality.
you have a choice in the matter, all I'm saying is if you have a choice in the matter, right, then doesn't matter if you're going to stop in the future. When you make this choice, you shouldn't be making this choice. That's all it is.
And I hear you, and I
Yeah.
just don't agree with that.
Oh,
Because
so
I
you don't
think
agree
it's
with the fact that
situational.
if you have a choice, you shouldn't be making the choice
I
that
think you
oppresses
can't say something
animals?
generically a choice because I just told you the choice is sometimes
I said
not.
if you have a choice.
Yeah, but I'm saying I don't always have this choice because the choice, there's always a choice. So first off, there's always a choice because the choice can be eat or not eat. That's always a choice, right? You can always eat or not eat, always,
Well,
no matter where you are, right?
Again, like you're in a situation where it's survival,
Yeah, but
it's
it's
not
still,
eat
but it's still,
or not eat, right?
but it's still a choice, right? I could still not eat an animal.
You know what I
or
mean?
product.
Let's not get into these clear semantics.
No,
of
no, but you
it's
know what
still
I
a
mean
choice.
as well, right?
Like
Let's be
if you
clear.
had to survive,
course.
and that your only choice would be between
Whatever is provided for you, you must consume.
yeah, if you're again, if you don't have a choice surviving without oppressing animals, then I mean, you do you. I can't force you to do whatever differently, right? Just like, but I just urge you to look if there really is no other choice because you say it's gonna end at the end of this year, but like at the end of this year, a lot of animals might be exploited for you just because you say you don't have a choice. So I just urge you, like, listen.
What
I
I'm
don't want
hearing
you,
is you're urging me to do something about a lifestyle that I explained to you that you don't understand. All
But is your lifestyle forced
hear
on you?
I hear your urgency. I do.
Yeah.
I hear your urgency. I'm not deaf.
Okay.
And I'm very clear, and I do
Okay.
understand this.
Okay.
And in this current situation, I'm out processing at the end of the year, right?
Okay.
And then when I out process, I have control of doing whatever I want.
Okay, there's nothing I can say about that. I mean, we're going in circles along against the same thing. So let me give you some resources just to help you out, maybe for the when you reach the New Year's. There's Challenge 22. They hook you up with a nutritionist, help you get
I know
all the
them.
bigger. You know it? Okay. And on this website, if you type in this code or if you scan this, there's a thing called the most important speech you'll ever hear. Maybe that will incentivize you to give you power to do it earlier. I don't know. Give it a watch. You know?
I applaud what you do.
Yeah.
I really do because I know it's kind of hard to stand in front of people and try to not convince them because convincing is not what you're doing. You share the facts, right?
Yeah.
But I don't want to caution anyone because you do what you want. You're a grown man. But there needs to be a level of caution that there are people across you that understand. And sometimes the way you speak comes off as if they don't understand.
No.
Speaking for myself.
No, I understand.
Right?
I just can't possibly imagine a lifestyle where I would be forced for a month to eat whatever somebody tells me I have to eat.
But that's your lifestyle,
No, that's
right?
my. But, so I can't imagine that because I have never ever in my life heard of something like that. Like if you say you're in that situation, I feel very bad for you, and I'm sorry that you're in that
no,
situation.
it's a choice. Remember, everything's a choice.
Yeah, it's a choice for you to be in that situation. As you said, you have to do it by the end of the year that you'll do it, whatever. But like what I'm saying,
You
and
see
what
that
I'm,
part
I'm,
of where you said that whatever? You see how that casts away? You see, do you see what I'm saying? How that's very demeaning? How you're like, if you have to, whatever, that's very demeaning to the reality is, this is my situation.
But I don't know what your situation is.
Yeah, but you don't have to know exactly what it is in detail.
So
to
that's
know
why I
that
called
I'm
it
telling
whatever
you.
because I don't know what I'm
But
saying.
when you said, I'm just sharing this with you. The
Yeah.
way you said it is kind of like throwing it away.
Yeah,
Like,
But
whatever.
we're not here to judge the way I do activism because that's
but
okay.
I am here to conversate with you, and I want to make sure that if you're going to conversate with me, there's an equal level of respect. I have not disrespected you in any way.
I also haven't disrespected you.
But I'm explaining to you that could be seen as disrespect if you just throw it away as whatever. That's all I'm saying.
Listen.
I would just be cautious of how I speak to people.
Okay, listen. At the end of the day, I sit here. If you were in the shoes of the animals, I would be sitting here talking to another person, explaining exactly the same thing, trying to get them to understand the sense of urgency.
And I
right?
applaud that. I
Yeah,
told you, I
but
applaud
like, it's
that.
not about me. I don't need you to applaud me because I don't care
said
what
that,
you
not
think
you.
about me. Yeah.
I applaud the cause.
Yeah, you applaud the cause. So then, what I want from you is that's it because I don't know your situation, as I said, right? And because I cannot validate your situation because I cannot possibly imagine a situation like that, right? So I feel sorry. I'm sorry that I cannot possibly empathize with your situation. But what I can tell you is that please try and see if there is a way where you can not oppress animals before, because you seem like a very intelligent person. You seem to understand all of this, and I just want you to know that while a lot of the times a lot of the people I speak to on the street, they just say, well, I'll do it in the future. I'll have to change my life, and they all find these tiny excuses. So I never know what people do, right?
Of course.
That's the
yeah,
reality. of
strangers
it.
talking to strangers.
Yeah,
You don't know.
exactly. So that's why I'm urging you to understand the urgency of it and to try and change if you can earlier. If not, even at the end of the year, of course, it's better than nothing.
I mean, that's my
right?
timeline.
Yeah.
Certain things
that's
I don't
your
have control over.
Yeah. So just please, I urge you, look into it. If you can not oppress animals, then choose not to. Okay?
And I applaud that.
If you have
I
the
do.
choice not to, please not to. Okay?
Yes.
Okay.
I want to shake your hand. I
yeah.
like you. I actually do. I think what you're doing is important work. I think it will help.
I also stand up for LGBTQ rights sometimes.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well, I think all activists. I am going to take your card,
Yeah.
by the way. I think all activists with a cause is an applaudable thing. Not the
Yeah.
specific person, but the idea to stand up for a cause, knowing that there's going to be more people against it than for it.
Yeah.
And I applaud that.
Thank you. So my socials are here. If you ever need, like, I understand because now we're on camera and you can't disclose anything. If you want to discuss it with me, I'm on Instagram. You can chat with me. I maybe can help you do that earlier if you need to. Okay, like if you don't want to say your situation on
No,
camera.
it's not like I'm oppressed or anything. I just
Yeah.
basically I'm contractual.
Yeah, I understand.
to
the
some
contract.
things.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
all I can
yeah.
say.
Yeah. So it's if it's privacy is an issue, I'm a very private person myself. Okay.
It's good to know.
Okay.
Good to
Well,
know. I
it's been
appreciate
nice
you,
meeting
brother.
you, and
Stay blessed and
have
do
a
the
good
thing
one.
you need to do, my
Yeah.
friend. Keep changing the world, yeah?
Yeah. Have a good one. Yeah. I mean, I tried. I don't know. Well, I mean, you know. Did you think he made up a mysterious life fair excuse to give a vague but irrefutable answer? I think so. Yeah, I have no clue, to be honest. You want to try it? Okay.
What is that?
Can you come here? Yeah, it's live.
Yeah.
So, can you come more in there? Yeah, nice. So, how do you feel about oppression?
Oppression.
Yeah.
In what way? Lack of people.
Are you for it? Are you against it?
I'm against it.
Okay. Do you think that the powerful should have the right to oppress the powerless?
I never think that's right.
Okay. Even if it benefits them.
No, but they are also people, so everyone is born equally. So
Okay. So, if the powerful get benefit from oppressing the powerless,
yeah.
should they be allowed to oppress the
No.
powerless? Okay. What if the powerless don't know that they're being oppressed?
That's not a good thing, but that's I think that's better for if I'm now getting oppressed and I don't even know it, and I think okay.
Okay. And then all this experiment, like all these questions lead to this one question is how do you feel about the animals that we force into slaughterhouses for us?
Yes, I just got this. Like
Do
okay,
you think we're
I
oppressing them?
no, yeah, that's not good. And
Yeah.
like there's two reasons I want to go maybe go vegan.
Okay.
First reason is because of that. Second reason is because of like I saw a documentary on Netflix about that eating meat is not that good for you.
It's not.
And like all the proteins and stuff, it all comes from grass and plants. So
Yeah.
maybe that's why. Maybe like I want to go vegan, but I just want to see how expensive that is. Because the reason why meat is so cheap, it's because mass production, and that's because of all the oppression.
And subsidies and government subsidies.
Oh, that's also. So if like money is not a problem, then I'm going vegan.
Okay, so I can give you some resources that will help you money-wise, but like that you don't have on that card also. But what I want to ask you is like, let's say it costs 20% more to be vegan, right?
Yeah.
Would you say it's okay to oppress animals because it costs you 20% more to not do it?
I don't think that's okay.
Yeah. So then cost shouldn't be really an issue, right?
No, cost shouldn't be a issue, but like this whole society is about money. So if I can't live because of the 20% more I have to
I'm not
pay.
saying you risk your life to not.
No,
eat
but like
animals,
that's the only thing.
Yeah.
If I can still live my life like I do it now, and because when you don't have money in this generation, you're fucked.
But let me ask you this: like, if you were to find out that you're allergic to meat, you know there's a tick that if they bite you, you become allergic to all animal products. So if you were find out tomorrow that you become allergic to this animal products, would you find a way?
Yeah, I'll always find a way.
You always find a way, right?
Yeah.
So then, as far as I see it, like if you're mandated to it, like if you're obliged to go into the declaration.
You're vegan too
you
also?
Yeah, I'm also vegan. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm relevant. I know.
Yeah, I was looking at your arms. Okay,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah. I'm you can easily build like instead of whey protein, you choose soy protein or pea protein or rice.
Yeah, but
protein.
I also saw something about soy that it wasn't good for your testosterone.
Oh no, that's the longest running myth that actually
Yes?
I think it's such a myth. Like trust me, my testosterone is average to high. Like so ever since going even before going vegan, I had to test my testosterone every year because of a genetic issue that I have from my parents, and I tested every single year, and I can tell you that every single year it's ever so slightly higher than normal, but like ever so slightly. So it's
Okay. Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
Because most people now in this generation have low testosterone.
In fact, you know, animal products lower testosterone because all these animal products, like if you think about dairy products, for example, they come with actual estrogen, not phytoestrogen, like soy that has.
Like if you drink milk, there's
Yeah.
a chance you're drinking estrogen.
Yeah, exactly. So it's all of the, but you know, obviously all of it will depend on how much you eat, right?
Yeah.
Like all of it will depend on how much you eat. So what I say is that you wouldn't ever have an issue with soy,
Yeah.
based on normal eating habits, right? Like even if you eat, like I eat a lot of soy per day because I get a lot of my protein from soy,
Yeah.
and I never have issues with testosterone or any way.
Okay.
Right? So let me ask you, how many more animals have to be oppressed for you to go vegan until you go vegan?
0.
0.
Yes.
Is that just lip service or is it actually true?
No. That's like I already told you. I'm gonna look because when I saw it, I was already convinced I wanted to go vegan.
Yeah.
But like I live with my parents, and it's a little hard. But I've got enough like arguments, like proof to go vegan.
Yeah.
So I want to do that.
Okay, let me give you just one more card before you go. So you have that. I know you have. I kind of have similar resources. The only thing that you will have here is Challenge 22. They
Yeah.
don't have Challenge 22 there. So Challenge 22 is they hook you up with a nutritionist, send you recipes, they help you within your budget. And if you go on this website, type in this code and set it to English, you also have a Discord server. It's free. All of it is free.
Yeah.
Somebody can log you in with you on the Discord server
Yeah.
and help you even further. So if you have financial issues with sustaining a vegan diet, they can help you with that also.
And you think like with training, it's also
Hell yeah, man! With
sustainable?
training, I actually I have become stronger since being vegan.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's. I think if I were to say what improved was intensity, capability of intensity. So I was able to do my workouts more intense. I don't know if you understand what. that means.
Yeah. I understand.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
So I didn't feel so like I feel like when you eat animal products, you feel a bit heavy. You feel a bit like.
Yeah, but your
lethargic.
energy levels maybe got higher.
Yeah, my energy levels got higher. That's exactly it. Yeah.
Okay.
So that obviously means I can train harder, which is obviously better. As for the rest, yeah, you can get just as much protein from plants as you can from animals. There's no.
So you eat soy, and I already was starting with eating like peanuts every day, but that's just
Peanuts
for
is
the
not a
calories.
good. It's not a good source of protein though. Like tofu is a good source of protein. There's this thing called TVP, textured vegetable protein. There's the soy chunks you can find. Do you live here in Netherlands?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's soy chunks you can find. I suggest looking into the Vegetaris Slager.
Yeah.
It's like a plant-based meat.
Yeah.
They have soy products that are high in protein and they're very healthy and nicely done.
But why is peanuts not a good source of protein? I don't-
Because peanuts is mostly fat.
But I didn't eat peanuts for the protein. I just eat it for the calories.
Yeah. If you want a lot of calories, peanuts.
Yes,
is
I
a
wanted
good
to get
solution.
fat.
Yeah. No, I mean, the reality is that even training intensely at the gym,
Yeah.
just by eating normally and eating enough, that's the thing. Eating enough calories
Yeah.
will anyway get you to grow your muscles. Unless
Yeah,
you
of
have
course,
like-
of course,
Yeah,
of
so
course,
you
I
won't
know.
have any issues.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm convinced I want it, and if I want it, I'll find a way to do it.
I love it, man. What's your name?
Dan.
Dan?
Dan.
Dan. Nice
Yes.
to meet you. I'm Chip, Dan.
And this is for what TikTok account?
This
or
is my
something?
YouTube. It's Vegan Power Lab, and yeah, you have my social there. It might be hard for him to eat enough calories. No, it's not. It's not. I don't know. Do you find eating hard? Because for me, it's easy to eat. I don't know.
Oh, for me it's easy to eat. I eat everything.
You know what? Fuck it. Let me give you one protein bar, just so that you.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know if you like Body and Fit. Do you know Body and Fit?
Yes, I know
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Try the vegan protein bars. Give you this one.
This is all vegan.
Yeah, it's all vegan, and it's like 20 grams of protein. So
Okay, guys. I'm gonna try it. Okay, wait. I actually thought it was gonna be worse than this.
it's nice, right?
Because normally I don't like protein bars because it's
It's really good, huh?
Thank you.
Yeah. You can order it online. You know where to order it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, I know enough, and then the next time I'll see you here, I'm vegan.
Fuck yeah, man. Fuck yeah. Oh, that was kind of. Let's do it. Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
Thank you.
Love it. Okay. We're done, Jordy. Damn, this made my day. Yeah. You guys want to try?
What is this?
I just ask you some questions, get you to think.
Okay.
Okay. Can you come closer so that you're in view?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, how do you feel about oppression? You want to do it too?
Yeah.
It's okay. You can join. How do you feel about oppression?
Oppression? No. I think it's not good. I think it's very bad. I'm really sad about the conflict. You know?
Yeah.
My English is very bad, but I'm Muslim and I don't love the comment on dit la bagarre, the fight. You know? And it's very bad.
Do you think that the powerful should have the right to oppress the powerless?
No.
No. Even if
no.
it benefits them.
No.
By them, I mean the powerful.
No.
Even if the powerless don't know that they're being oppressed.
What?
Even if the powerless don't realize that they're being oppressed.
Yeah.
Is it still wrong?
No. Yes, it's really.
Okay. So then, how do you feel about the animals that we force into slaughterhouses for us?
No, it's not good.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's not good. How can I say that? La façon. Hop.
Oh, the way they're killed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way.
But the fact that they're killed.
What?
What is there a good way of killing?
I think. Uh, After weather.
Yeah. Yeah, but just because they've been doing it for
No.
a while, does it
we
mean
can we can eat vegetables.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
But the people and in tradition on the world we eat. How can I say?
But how
cow.
about you?
Me, I eat meat.
So why not stop?
But
Why stop?
I don't know.
Why
It's
continue?
it's like it's lifestyle, you know.
Yeah, you see what happens to
Yeah,
animals. You see it, right?
yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
But it's like you know, I don't like kill animals, but I'm hit, so it's dumb. Bro.
There's a contradiction.
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how to.
How to stop?
Yeah, but because it's lifestyle, man.
Do you want to stop?
Why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you understand that animals are killed especially for you?
Yeah.
Do you understand that it's your responsibility?
Yeah.
Okay. And you want to stop, you say, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll give you some resources to stop, but I'll ask you, going forward, if you have the necessary resources, going forward, do you still want to participate in buy animal products, or will you stop right here?
Okay.
Stop right here?
Yeah.
Okay, love it. Okay, I'll give you some resources. What's your name?
Leo.
Leo. Nice to meet you, Leo. So, Challenge 22.
Okay.
They hook you up with a nutritionist.
Okay.
help you get all the all the
Okay.
recipes that you need,
Yeah.
send you everything you need to be on your way.
It's free.
It's free.
Okay.
It's all free.
Okay.
Right? If you subscribe to it, they send you recipes at the moment.
Yeah.
And on that website, if you where are you from France?
Yeah.
So if you go on that website and set it to English, but you might have it in France also. There's a Discord server
Oh, okay, nice.
that
Yeah.
they can help you out even further. If you
Okay,
wanna
okay,
go.
it's good.
Does
Okay,
that
it's
sound good?
Nice, man.
Yeah. Okay. It's all about the animals. We don't
Okay.
want animals
Yeah,
to be
yeah, yeah.
oppressed. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. What was your name again?
Have a nice day, Leo.
Leo. Nice to meet
Leo.
you. Yeah. How about you?
Yael.
Yeah. Did you? Can you explain to your friend also?
Yeah, it's
Okay,
okay. It's
nice.
okay. Have a nice day.
Yeah.
And it's that, huh?
Yeah. Have a good one. Oh, and there's a lot of nice vegan restaurants in Amsterdam. There's a lot of nice vegan restaurants in
Yes,
Amsterdam.
I saw
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I urge you to try them because they're better than the other restaurants usually.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Cheers. Have a good one. This is Hong Kong dollars, by the way, not US lol, but for the vegan bar. Thank you so much for the donation. Yeah, 2 in a row, huh? That's some good. It was difficult to discuss with him, so I normally should have pressed a bit more, but yeah. It was kind of difficult because he wasn't speaking English very well, but it's okay. I think he got the message. I think right now they're looking through it as far as I can see it, so yeah. Hey everyone, if you're here and you're not subscribed, please subscribe. That would be great. I would love it. And thank you so much for the donation so far, guys. I really appreciate it. It's I don't think a protein bar was as much as $100 Hong Kong, but you know, I appreciate it. It also helps being next to AV. I just realized that. You want to try?
Maybe on the way back.
Okay. Jasper, welcome, vegan friend. Hello, Jasper. Thank you for being a member. Sky is here. Hello, Sky. The weather is pretty weird, by the way. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's pretty hot outside. It's a bit stuffy. There's no wind, which is kind of weird for Netherlands. 20 euros, Martin. Thank you so much. Oh my God, so many donations, guys. Thank you so much. Let's see. Maybe we can get a trifecta today. Maybe we can get a trifecta. That would be awesome, huh? Thank you so much, everybody, for the donations. I appreciate you. I'm guessing most of the people in the chat are vegan, though. It's a hat trick for a hat trick. I've been wanting to be direct and not so nice, and it turns out that I had to be nice today to those people. And it worked. So I don't know. That was pretty good, yeah. But again, as I think being next to AV, I mean, the guy that I gave the protein bar to be honest, wasn't my doing, right? It was the person who outreached them at AV that's the biggest doing. So let's see. I just ask you some questions, get you to think. You want to try it?
Of course.
Okay, love it. Can you come closer so that you're in view also? Nice. How do you guys feel about oppression?
Depression.
Oppression.
What's oppression?
It's like cruel or unjust treatment.
For like humans or animals? Or
Either.
like cruel treatment?
Cruel or unjust, yes.
Well, unfair, I think.
Yeah.
But I don't. You have an example?
In what way? Yeah, just example.
Like just in general, would you say you're for oppression or against it?
Against.
Okay. Do you think that the powerful should have the right to oppress the powerless? No. Even if it benefits them, and by them I mean the powerful.
The government?
No, I mean like whatever. Whoever the powerful is, if they want to oppress them, and it benefits them, should they have the right to do that?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. And even if the powerless do not know that they're being oppressed.
Well, then it's still unfair. But if they don't know, that means they don't really care about it.
Yeah,
Right?
so it's still unfair. Well, they may not realize it or they may not be capable of knowing. So then this brings me to my final question, which is, how do you feel about the animals that we force into slaughterhouses for us? Do you think we're oppressing them?
Well, yes.
Yes. So, given that you're against it, what would get you to stop oppressing animals?
Maybe talk to the companies.
Talk to the companies? You want to talk to the companies?
Well, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. But how
Well, I
about...
think it would help.
But do you understand your involvement in the matter, that when you buy an animal product, you basically support a system of oppression? You pay for somebody to oppress an animal for you.
Yeah. So what's
Yeah.
What's
So
the
what would
question?
get you to stop buying animal products?
to go vegan?
Yeah.
I think. Or yeah, vegan.
What would get you to go vegan?
What do you mean? What would it get me?
opportunities to buy meat.
Yeah. What would incentivize you to go vegan? That's my question. So less opportunities to buy meat.
Yeah, because if you have the opportunities to buy it, so then you might buy it as well. Because if I see meat in the supermarket, I see like advertisements about meat, like a hamburger, you know.
But you can't change what is available in the supermarket. But what you can change is what you choose to buy in the supermarket, right?
Of course. But
So
that's
then-
something you have to think about more.
Yeah.
But it's like we're eating meat since we're younger.
Yeah,
so
same.
It's in our system. So the change you have to make is like a difficult change.
Okay, so yeah, so I eat meat also all my life, right? But do you think that just because it's something we did it our whole life, does it mean we should keep on doing it just because it's something we did our whole life?
No, but for us it's more complicated because we still live with our parents
I
and
think
stuff.
if there are real lessons about it, like we get more information and not just like, yeah, of course, this is perfect. People are sitting outside, but I think if you get more, or maybe at school, right?
Yeah.
This is a place we're at 5 days a week.
Well,
So if we learn more about it, we know more about it, then maybe it's easier for us to make that change.
I understand that maybe in the past that's what would have suggested this would have helped you go vegan. But like, I'm having a conversation with you right now. I'm trying to educate you right now, right, about your choices. So my question to you is, right here, right now, for example, do you understand your choices? Do you know what happens when you buy dairy, for example, or like a dairy product like cheese or milk? Do you know what happens to the animals?
They get milk, right?
So, for example, why do cows produce milk?
Yeah. Why do they produce milk? To feed their children.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you're already way ahead than I was when I was your age, because I just thought cows are milk-producing machines. They eat grass and they produce milk. But the reality is, yes, they produce it for their babies. So what farmers do is they forcefully impregnate them so that they have babies. Somebody puts their hands in their anus, holds their cervix, and injects bull semen. Somebody else has to jerk off a bull for that to happen. I kid you not, this is standard practice across all farms. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Wow, yeah.
So when the baby is born, what do you think happens to the baby?
He gets food to get big.
Well, the babies get separated from the mothers because the milk have to go for humans. So if the baby would stay with their mother, they would drink the milk.
How,
so
how do the
therefore-
babies live? Because they need milk, right?
Yeah, they usually get fed like a formula that the farmers make on.
But that's also fine, right? Or no?
I mean, it's fine for the babies, but the idea of separating them from their mother.
Your mother.
Yeah,
So it's like I take you away from your mother when you're 1 year old.
exactly. Yeah. So that's number one. And number two, if the baby is a male, they don't produce milk. So what do you think happens to them?
Get killed?
Yeah, they get killed. They live up to from the day for first day they're born to maybe up to 1 year, depending on the farm. That's all they live, and afterwards they go to a slaughterhouse. And the females, they get put in the same cycle as their mother, year over year, forced
But what about the biological?
This is
farms?
this is biological also. This is standard practice, including biological.
But you also have some like famous farms, right? Which do it in a good way.
No, this is the good way.
Ah.
It gets even worse, like if you go to other farms, yeah. So this is the good way.
Yeah, I know it's bad, but what is the thing you want to know right now?
Yeah. So
Or
what I want to know is, would you go vegan knowing this?
Well, I would
Not yet.
definitely eat less meat, but I'm already doing that. But what I was saying, it is hard because we have parents who buy us the dinner, so we can tell them to not do it.
Yeah.
But especially when you have like not very rich parents, it's more expensive to buy, for example, tofu.
No, it's actually much cheaper.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. So I used to eat
But
animal
if they
products
don't
also.
want to do it, then
Yeah, but let's put it this way:
we
if your
cannot really
parents,
do anything about it.
if your parents come home and they bring like the head of a dog, they cook it nicely and they put it on the table, would you eat it?
No.
Okay, so you have a choice in the matter. You see?
Yeah,
So
but
it doesn't matter what your
cook
parents.
something that I really like.
Yeah, so you see, it's not the problem with that your parents do it. The problem is that you still see animals as a resource.
But it's the same thing if you go to the gym and you cannot eat McDonald's, for example. Sometimes you still do it because you really like it.
Yeah, but the only difference is that you can do it if you really like it, but you are the ones who are suffering the consequences when you choose McDonald's. Whereas when you buy an animal product, there's another individual who's suffering the consequences. It's just the animals, right? The animals that go into slaughterhouses on your behalf. For you, it's 10 minutes of pleasure. For them, it's their whole life that's being taken from them. And a fucking shitty life, one to begin with, because they get exploited, they get abused a lot of the times. Like even in biological farms, they suffer a lot of abuse. So the question that you got to ask yourself is, do you want to be complicit in this? Because right now you are. When you buy an animal product, you're complicit in this.
Are you with the same company as them?
I'm not with them right now, no, but I know a lot of them, of course, because they're activists also. Yeah. So what you see,
Yeah, we
for
also talked with one of them.
so for example, right now what you see is eggs on the screen, right? These are the male chicks that don't produce any eggs. So this is what happens to them on their first day of life. They get blended up alive. And this is actual standard practice in Netherlands also. It's kind of fucked up, huh?
Why do they have the masks on?
Oh, they have the masks on just so that you don't focus on the activists, but rather on the screen. That's why. And it's also kind of like an art piece to attract a bit of attention.
Yeah, I would definitely think about it, but I cannot promise that I will go vegan right now.
What do you think veganism is? Let's just clear this up.
Well, not eating meat
Yeah, so veganism it's not a diet.
or not any milk products. and
It's
stuff.
not a diet. It's a moral stance.
Yeah.
It's a moral stance that says
It's like
I don't
if
want
you eat
animals
halal.
to be oppressed from me, right? So that means we don't eat animal products. We don't wear leather. We don't go to circuses. We don't go to zoos. Anywhere that they exploit animals, we don't support them with our money. That's all it
Yeah.
is, right? So if you feel like you don't want to give your money to people who abuse animals, then probably you shouldn't give your money to people who abuse animals, because when you do, they abuse animals on your behalf.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I will think about it.
You'll think about it. Okay, how many? Let me just ask you this.
I know
final-
many people say it, but I really think about it.
I'll just ask you this final question. How many more animals have to be oppressed and slaughtered before you go vegan?
I don't know, maybe 0, but it still has to get time.
The 0 means you start right now.
No, but I can also think about it, and in the meantime, I won't eat meat.
There you go. I mean, in the meantime, don't consume any animal products,
Yeah.
not just meat, right?
Yeah.
And you can still think
But
about
then
it.
I
there,
will
right?
think about it.
Yeah, okay, I like that. Okay, but you understand that the urgency and your responsibility, because if you buy an animal product, you will be oppressing animals.
Yeah, I understand.
You understand that, right? Okay, let me give you some resources to help you further, and maybe you can also share it with your parents. I'll give you 2 cards, okay, also for you. How do you feel about it? How do you feel about veganism?
I think it's the right thing to choose, but of course it takes time. So as he says, just when you think about it, don't eat meat for a while. Just test it how it is. And of course, maybe after a week, you're in that like daily routines where you don't eat meat, and it's just easier than first.
But if you were in the shoes of the animal, would you still say that it takes time to stop?
No. So just stop right now.
Just stop, yeah. Yeah, so let me just, on that card, you have a thing called Challenge 22. They hook you up with a nutritionist, send you vegan recipes every day that help you get the best nutrition that you need on a vegan diet. And on top of that, you have also, if you switch to English, because I think if you put it in Dutch, it will be in Dutch. If you switch to English, you also have a Discord server. They help you there with even more help. So if you have trouble being vegan with your parents not accepting it or something, you can go on that Discord server and they help you even further. Just please, until you choose whether you want to go vegan or not, please go plant-based. So that means don't consume any animal products, okay? What's your name?
Sairo.
Siron?
Sairo.
Siron. Nice to meet you, Siron. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. What about you?
Tim.
Tim?
Yes.
Yeah, nice to meet you, Tim. So I'm sitting here for the animals, okay? And let me tell you one thing. It is fucking easy as hell to go vegan. For me, I did it overnight. And I can tell you that any yogurt that you buy, you can find a plant-based version that you will enjoy. You just have to try the one until you find the one that you enjoy. I consume some plant-based meats myself, and I tried a couple of them until I found the ones that I like. Not all of them are nice. Some of them are kind of shitty. But just like with everything, you gotta find the products that you like, and then it will be super easy. So it's an adjustment period of like, I don't know, a month, and afterwards, that's it. Okay? Thank you. Have a good one. Another donation. Oh my God! Thank you so much, Michael. Oh my God, so many donations. I feel not worthy. Thank you. I appreciate it. AV is doing cubes for the entire month in Amsterdam. Yeah, it's one that month. And actually, to be honest, I see that the cubes are helping. Huh? You see, people are a bit more open when they see the footage. Well, he's the first kind I said that he will stop eating meat while he is thinking about it. That's wonderful. So much potential in this guy. Yeah, I mean, both of them were actually. You didn't see the other guy, but both of them are pretty open. Thank you so much, everybody. And again, if you're not subscribed, subscribe. I keep wanting to be direct, as I said, but yeah. You wanna try? Much dessert. Thank you so much for the year-old vegan. By the way, I know some of your names, and I never really know if I should mention them because I don't know how much you wanna maintain the privacy, right? Like I know your name, 40-year-old vegan, so I try to not say it anymore lately. I've tried to respect your privacy. So don't think that I forgot it. I just I'm just trying to respect your privacy. Yeah. I like how the Chip frames all of his live streams with 3D architecture in the background. Is it pretty? I don't know. This isn't a nice site in Amsterdam, to be honest. I never come here unless it's for activism, so. Gotta get going for now. Here's some corn on the way out. Thank you, Mike. Thank you for being here. Mike, the Corn King, everybody. I ask you some questions, get you to think. You wanna try it? Nice.
We're live on Instagram.
Live on YouTube, actually.
YouTube.
Yeah. What's your name?
Jefferson.
Nice to meet you, Jefferson. I'm
Nice
Chip.
to meet you, Jupe.
Chip.
Chip.
Where are you from?
I'm from Breda, which is in the south of Holland.
Oh, I know Breda. It's
Yeah, you do?
Yeah, I know. Coincidentally, I actually was driving at some point with my ex-girlfriend, and we had a fight, a pretty big fight.
Oh, fuck.
And yeah, we said, okay, fuck it, let's just stop in this city we don't know anything about. What's it called? Breda. And then we go in, and it's like, oh my God, this is beautiful.
It's a beautiful city.
Yeah.
If you're ever in Amsterdam or in Holland, then I
Yeah.
don't know who's watching, but you should go.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you mind me?
No. Go for it. Okay, so let me ask you, how do you feel about oppression?
Oppression?
Yeah.
From who?
Just in general, are you for it? Are you against it?
Am I for or against oppression? Well, common sense saying I derive from oppression, of course.
Okay, so you're against it.
Yes.
Okay, do you think that the powerful should have the right to oppress the powerless?
I can say that they don't, but they have the power to, so
Okay,
it would be,
but you wouldn't say it's fair,
it's not fair. No, not at all.
even if they benefit from it,
Even if who benefits from it?
the powerful.
No, of course not.
And even if the powerless don't realize that they're being oppressed?
Most of the times they don't. No.
Okay. So then how do you feel about the animals that we force into slaughterhouses for us? Do you think we're oppressing them?
Yes, we are overproducing and we are overeating and we are overconsuming on every aspect of our human being.
By overproducing, you mean more than zero, right?
More
Because
than needed, yeah.
well, zero is needed, right? We don't need to consume any animal products.
We shouldn't, indeed. Yeah.
Yeah. So, do you consume any animal products?
Yes.
So, seeing as you're against oppression, what would get you to stop eating animal products and live up to your own moral standards and not oppress
Make
animals?
more money.
Make more money.
Yeah.
But is it that you think it's expensive to not oppress animals?
No, but it's one of the reasons why I think I'm not buying the best food, because I don't have the luxury to always buy the the best food, and that's sometimes not always meat, but to push me towards the edge of not eating meat, I think I have to motivate myself in a way that I will keep on doing it. I also just like meat. It's also a stupid thing.
But do you think that animals are resources?
No, but we have. But what I think is not of any, like my footprint is to compare towards the people in power that make these choices. Those are the people that we need to confront about these questions.
Well, the question is, if you are against like the oppression of animals, why do you support it by paying for it?
Well, you were first saying that if I was against oppression, so
Yeah.
when we were talking about that, I thought you were talking about human oppression.
What's the difference between oppress? The action is the same, right? Do you think is it better to oppress animals than humans?
I think it's better to no.
So it is still oppression. It's just as
Well,
bad.
you're making things the same that just factually aren't the same. But I agree with your means. I just don't agree with how you get there.
Okay.
I think that human oppression, for us as a human species, we are genetically made to come towards something that's crying, because we are made to listen to that more than if we hear a dog barking. So genetically speaking, we as humans benefit from oppressing others, because we are an oppressing species. We are an ape.
I'm not oppressing anybody. I know what
Well,
about you.
the clothes you're wearing.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not oppressing any animals for anything, right?
Well, you might not oppress anyone in that sector, but for whatever other things that we buy as humans, we do.
Yeah. And how
that's-
many times do I buy products? And how many times do you buy products that oppress animals?
I don't know.
You buy it 3 times per day
I buy it 3 times per day. How can you make that suggestion?
because you eat 3 times per day.
How do you know that I eat 3 times a day?
How many times per day you eat? When you eat an animal product, not just meat, any animal product. I'm
Yes.
talking about cheese, I'm talking about eggs, all of it. In all these industries, animals get oppressed.
Okay. So when we have this conversation, where are you trying to get me to say
To
promise
stop oppressing
you,
animals right
to
now.
Stop oppressing animals right now.
Yeah.
Okay. It's brave of you to want to take me into a conversation like that. Maybe. I think that better ways to do this would be, how can we help you to stop eating meat?
That's why I ask, what would get you to stop oppressing animals?
Yeah, that's so when
Let's stop criticizing my method and let's work towards you and tell me what would get you to stop oppressing animals. I understand you don't like my method, and that's okay. I appreciate the
Yeah, you
feedback.
say stop
But-
oppressing animals.
yeah.
But if I would say what would get me to stop eating meat or eating animal products, I think I was just in the stores and I was buying food because I want to get more like buff. So there were choices in there that were with or without meat. So what would get me there is a healthy diet that helps me to grow my muscles without.
Do you think you can have a healthy diet with growing your muscles without
Sure,
oppressing animals?
for sure.
Okay. So what would get you to make the choices going forward of never oppressing an animal?
Well, the next time that I ask AI what meal plan I should give, and they give me both options, I say, can you give me the one that are best in the...
I'll give you the meal plan. I'll help you. I'll give you the meal plan.
If you want to help me, let's
Yeah,
go.
but my question to you is, what will you, going forward, every meal from now on, and not just meals. Wait 1 second. Everything you buy, right? Like if you buy leather products, if you buy, I don't know, whatever kind of product that comes from the exploitation of animals, from abuse of animals, from oppressing animals, would you choose to not buy these products?
to make that promise to someone that you've just met,
Yeah.
I think it's quite bold because I don't know if you will reach your end goal by me promising that to you. Because
But why would you care about my goal? My question to you is about you yourself. You yourself understanding that you don't want to be an animal oppressor. You don't want to be oppressing
That's what you
for
say.
animals.
I don't know if I want to be.
You want to be an animal oppressor?
I don't. I'm not saying that I want to be an animal oppressor, but I don't. I haven't also said that I don't want to be it.
I assume you don't want to be. That's like a normal assumption, right? So I ask you, do you want to be an animal oppressor?
I don't want to be an animal oppressor. No.
Okay. So then the only way to not be an animal oppressor is to not be oppressing animals, right?
Yes, but what you try to ask me is quite radical. I don't think.
It's
this
radical to
conversation
not
will-
oppress animals.
No, it's quite radical to have one conversation that will change me for the rest of my life
Okay.
with someone that I don't know.
Okay. No, but it's not my conversation. So let's put it this way.
No, it's
What
my
I-
conversation.
Yeah, yeah. I
and if
understand.
I want to get there, I need more people around me that I can talk to in a safe space where I don't feel attacked
Okay.
to get to the point of changing this behavior, because change is very hard for us as humans.
But let's put it this way: if you find out that everything I said is true, right? I'll give you resources to
I
look
know
further
what you
into
say
it,
is
and you
true.
can make the decision yourself, right? But do you understand that you have a responsibility, and that going further, any animal product you buy, an animal will be exploited and slaughtered for you, and because of you.
Okay.
Do you understand that? I don't want you to make the decision. I want you to understand this.
I do participate when I buy these products. Yes,
Yeah.
for sure.
So you understand that they die and they get exploited because of you.
Because of me, if I stop, it's not gonna stop.
If you stop, one animal may not go into a slaughterhouse in, let's say, a month. Yeah. So
I
yeah,
don't
some
think that
animals are
demands work like that,
specifically
right?
slaughtered for you.
Okay, yes, they are. The ones that I eat, yes.
Yeah. So then, any animal product will happen to say, like for example, do you know anything about the dairy industry?
Something, yes,
Do you know why cows produce milk, for example?
for their babies.
Exactly. So what farmers do is they don't wait for them to get pregnant on their own, but rather they forcefully impregnate them. Somebody puts their hands in their anus, holds their cervix, and injects bull semen.
Yeah.
And somebody else jerks off a bull for that to happen.
Yeah, yeah.
And when the baby's like that's already horrible if you ask me. But when
Yeah.
the baby is born, what do you think happens to the babies?
They don't get any milk.
Exactly. But they get separated from their mother because if they would stay next to their mother, they would drink the milk.
Yeah.
So they don't get any milk. If the baby's a male, what do you think happens to them?
They grow them to use their sperm to make other cows.
No, they get killed because
yeah.
they don't produce any milk,
They're
right?
very nice.
Between the first day and what, a year,
Yeah.
depending on the farm.
I
and
mean,
and females get in the same cycle as their mother year over year for
So-
impregnation.
just to open this conversation, when I go into the store
Yeah.
and I buy some sushi that I just ate in here,
Yeah.
I don't see anyone being killed. I don't see the process that I'm upholding. I don't see the super big market that is going. We as humans have been led to a space in which we don't have to have the uncomfortable space of going through all these stages of making a cow produce milk for us in a way that we like it with the juiciness and whatever. I think my point is that
You're disconnected from the source, right?
I'm
That's
disconnected from it.
I understand that, but-
that doesn't mean that I don't agree with your opinion. It's just that for me to
Not an
change
opinion.
my behavior, I need more than one
Conversation.
encounter
I understand
to
that.
actually change, because I want to. I've tried it before as well, and I failed at trying it because you don't get it. It's not in your face the entire time. So whenever you go into a restaurant and the easiest thing on the menu or the cheapest thing on the menu is something with meat, I don't think of, oh, maybe I should buy the other thing that might be even cheaper that doesn't
Why?
have meat.
Why not think for that meat?
Because that's not
one
my behavior.
individual
Because
died.
that's not my my pattern of.
But going forward, having this conversation with me, knowing when you go to a supermarket, when you buy milk, when you buy an animal product, you will know that a cow was forcefully impregnated because you bought that product.
I knew that.
Yeah, so the babies will be forcefully separated. One baby gets killed because you bought that product. It's the same for an animal product, right? One individual, an animal who did not want to die, gets killed when you buy meat. You are aware of that, right? So it's not. I understand the fact that you say you're disconnected, but I don't want you to use this as an excuse going forward.
It's not an
to-
excuse. It's just explaining that it's not gonna happen now.
But that's already, you're already starting like failure, because like by saying you're already excusing yourself about something that you will be doing in the future.
No, I'm saying that I will need more help with getting myself to stop than just one conversation.
Again, why? Because I don't see.
Because it's a pattern of behavior and changing is hard for humans.
But when you see meat, where does the meat come from?
I think we're going in
Yeah,
circles.
we're going in circles because I just fail to understand like how you, when you buy like anything that I buy, I understand I have a responsibility towards where I give my money to, right? Like you said, clothes, for example, right?
Yeah.
So nowadays when I buy clothes, I buy like once a year, maybe once every 2 years, and I look responsibly to try and source the absolute best clothes ever, right? If I don't find it, I don't buy it. That's it.
Okay.
The same with the phone. My phone is like 4 years old. I won't buy another one until maybe I'll buy a second-hand one or something, right? I
Yeah.
don't want to be participating to anything that's wrong. So my question to you is, when you buy meat or any animal product or any food, anything that you buy, are you not looking to be responsible with your choices, with what you're buying?
Yeah, I agree that I could be more responsible of what I'm buying.
Yeah, so that's all I want from you, to be more responsible. And I'll just give you more resources because, I don't know, like I feel like you understood all of it, and as you said, we're going in circles. What was your name again?
Jefferson.
Jefferson. Nice to meet you, Jefferson. I mean, yeah, I'm sitting here talking about the animals. I might seem passionate, but it's all about for the animals, you know?
Of course.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes I say that my time of, like, I make music and I make art, so what I try to do is I try to find inactive ways of changing people, and I know that culture can. So what I try to do is build as big as a platform as I can, and have the people around me change in the way that they will follow me, because changing people is very hard, and I agree with your cause. It's just that I've learned from someone that once you start treating people with guilt, people will just say
I did
no.
not try anything with guilt. I just told you facts, by the way. Everything I told you is just facts. The fact that you felt guilt, you should ask yourself why you feel guilt.
No. We can look at our conversation and I can pinpoint why that happens to
Because
me.
I subjectively said that it happens to you, because I said that you are responsible for it. But that's a fact. It's not me trying to guilt trip you into it.
Guilt tripping is something else. Is making me aware of something that I'm doing wrong,
Yeah.
right? Because you are saying that I'm doing something wrong in my behavior, right?
I'm saying that you're doing something that's wrong according to your morals.
Which causes a certain feeling of I am doing something wrong. I could feel guilty about something that
I
I'm
understand
doing wrong,
that,
right?
but I'm not here to try to make you feel good. I'm here to speak up on behalf of animals. So
Okay,
if you feel
but
bad,
if
that's
if
it
you're
is what
here
it
to
is.
speak up about animals, then you can go and scream all day long. If you want people to change, I would open up a different conversation. That's me
Okay, I've
coming
had
to
plenty
you.
of good conversations today, and plenty of and also bad ones, right? But what I want you to
I think every person is different.
every
also.
person is different. That's true, but again, going forward it doesn't really matter how I say it, what I say,
It does.
what. No, you know why?
Yes,
because
it
that would
does.
be an excuse for you.
No, it's
You
not an
cannot say
excuse.
I will continue exploiting animals because one vegan person was not nice enough to me.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that if you want more people to change, it will help if you know what to say to what person.
Okay, I appreciate the feedback, but like
Yeah.
we're discussing about the animals now, how I do it, right? So my question to you
That's
is,
all. All I'm saying is this is how I do it. That's why I talked about me and my music and my art. It's my way of trying to make change in this world, because there's a lot of things wrong in this world. Not just the animals. It's also how we treat each other as humans.
yeah.
And also the way we use electricity.
And do you think that the way we treat other humans is not reminiscent of how we treat animals? You know, when during slavery, do you know what was the justification for treating
Yeah,
black
because
people?
they weren't humans.
But we were saying that they're animals.
Yeah.
And we justify treating them this
I
way.
know that.
But if we at some point said that we can't treat animals this way, do you think that justification would have worked?
Huh?
If the whole planet were vegan, do you think that justification would have still worked?
I can't. I don't.
If
I
we're
don't- I will
against
never
oppressing
live in a world
animals,
like
I
that.
don't think saying that somebody's an animal would allow us to oppress them either way, right?
I'm sorry. Huh?
Hello.
Hello.
It was weird.
That was weird.
Yeah. So anyway,
I agree with your
Yeah,
cause.
yeah.
I wish you a lot of luck in your journey.
just please, it's not about me, my cause, it's about you not oppressing animals, okay? I wanted to bring it up to you. I understand that you don't want to hear this. I understand
No,
this.
I do want to hear it. I'm happy you confront me.
But
about
it is when you will buy an animal product, an animal will be exploited for you.
Yeah,
So
true.
if you don't want to go vegan right now, go plant-based right now. Don't oppress animals until you make a decision.
Yeah.
Okay? So go to the supermarket, buy only plant-based products, and understand that the urgency is there, because if you're in the shoes of an animal right now, what would you want to do right now? Would you want to stop, or would you want to say, I'll think about it?
I would also want to stop for sure. Yes.
Yeah, so that's all it is, right? You can see kind of the reason why I'm also doing it this way is because I want you to understand the urgency of it, okay? I understand you don't like my
No.
it's fine.
Yeah. We can differ in opinions, right?
Okay, yeah, but this isn't an opinion, okay? When you buy animal products, animals get exploited for it.
Yes, but there is an opinion on how we do it,
On how we do it.
on how you derive your cause and how I derive mine.
Oh, I agree with that. There's
There's-
maybe different methods, and maybe a different method would have worked better on you. But what I want you to know that regardless is that when you will buy an animal products going forward, please think about the victims. That's all
Thank
I do.
you.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Have a good one.
You should.
I think I have one more conversation left in me, guys. This was Chip, take no shit. I mean, it's this is not how you do it. Oh, I'm sorry. And the hug, I wasn't hugging him. I don't know. I was just saying. I was sitting like this, and I think he thought I was hugging him. Yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
My name is Matt.
Your name is Matt?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Chip.
You know
Nice to meet
who
you.
I am?
No.
Vad 269.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're vegan animal defender.
Vegan animal defender.
Nice,
yeah,
nice,
yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
So awesome to see you here.
Yeah, awesome to
who's
see
in the chat?
Yeah.
Hey, Ali and MS. cool.
Yeah.
So I'm here at the one damn week.
Oh, nice.
You had any good conversations?
I had like a couple of good conversations, but I also had some really shitty conversations. So it's
Oh
good.
yeah.
It's always is that way.
Yeah, I had a tough conversation too. Like, there was a person speaking to someone in the cube, and he came back again, and he was like, oh, all these arguments about like free range and all this stuff, and he didn't budge. He said like, I was like, oh, so you okay with happy animal slavery? And he was like, yeah, I'm happy with that. So yeah, it was impossible to like say anything to him about that. So but yeah, so. Yeah, cool to meet you.
Yeah,
Like,
nice to meet
I
you.
feel like kind of like I know you.
Yeah, we've been discussing so much.
Yeah,
in the
yeah, we
chat,
have.
huh? That's
we
okay.
have.
That's
So-
cool. That's
so
cool.
there
Yeah.
he is.
Yeah.
Who's in the chat for Pig Stream?
Yeah.
Martin Kevin. Hey Martin. So funny.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be here for like 3 weeks, I guess. So how long you? You live in Amsterdam?
Yeah. I live in
yeah,
Amsterdam,
so-
yeah. So. I don't know if I'm not gonna come daily, but I am gonna come this weekend. I'm also gonna come for the.
You're gonna do some
Yeah, I'm
cube?
gonna do some cube
Awesome,
also. Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Have you done cube before?
I have. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
okay,
Yeah, I used
cool.
to do cube for a while now.
Yeah.
Now I think it's more productive to have this where I.
True. Well, you could like record your cube.
I need a camera to move though, right? Because the only difference is that here I sit still, whereas there I would be moving around. So.
Yeah. True.
Yeah. Where's the person?
Cool. Yeah. But I'm gonna get back in the cube. But cool meeting you.
It was nice meeting you, man. Oh, do this.
All right. See you guys. Take care. Be vegan.
Yeah.
So
Be vegan.
What's your sign now? Social experience. Come talk to me. I like that. That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yes.
So what's your questioning now?
Oppression. I asked them, how do you feel about oppression?
Yeah.
Should the powerful oppress the powerless?
Yeah, that's awesome.
And even if it benefits them, and even if the powerless don't know that they're being oppressed.
Yeah.
And then I ask about the animals, and then if we're oppressing them, and then yeah, we are.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. See you.
Yeah, it
man.
was nice meeting you.
Yeah, nice meeting you.
Okay. it would be a waste of chip skill to having standing in the cube. Honestly, that's why I haven't been doing cube, because I don't like standing in the cube. Zay Wolfstone, thank you for the inspiration from your work. I will do my first strategies with Anonymous for the voiceless next week, and maybe my own after that, the same way you do. Thank you for what you do, Chip. Oh my God, that's awesome, Zay Wolfstone. That's awesome. Yeah, do it. Do it. Let me know if you need some help. Contact me on Instagram if you need some help. I'll definitely give you some tips or anything, okay? Hey, don't block any people that are just like carnage or something. You know, let them listen to conversations. That's the purpose, after all, right? Let's see if we can get another conversation. AM99, just cooked my steak. Now it seems delicious with black pepper sauce. Also, you add plants on it because the taste of meat sucks. The meat has no taste, huh? That's why. Meat has no taste? Well, if you add spices on it, yeah, then meat has no taste. Spices or minerals, right? Because salt is a mineral. Try eating meat without any spices. Try doing that. Or any minerals. Try that. See if you still like it. It's as if it's so funny that these people think that I wasn't eating meat. I ate meat for a long portion of my life, you know? I know what meat tastes like. It tastes like shit. It tastes like nothing. But the most important part is not that, right? Even if it tasted amazing, the most important part is that it comes from exploiting one animal. So why would you exploit an animal for that? Why? Why would you intentionally put an animal through cruel practices, exploit them, and slaughter them? Because what? Because you think it tastes a little bit better? Come on, man. Hey, Sanders.
Big action over there.
Yeah, I saw that. It actually helps me, so like when I have conversations with people, yeah.
The whole month. I am here the whole month.
Is it? So is it every day from which time?
No, every day.
It's not every day?
Yeah, every day. It's the whole month.
Like non-stop or how long?
Yeah, from 12 o'clock in the morning and in the afternoon till 9 o'clock in the evening.
Oh damn,
non-stop.
that's
And you have 3 shifts, from 12 to 3, 12 to 3, from 3 to 6, and from 6 to 9.
And you're here the whole day?
Oh, no, till 6, 7, and then I go home. Yeah, put the photos online, and then the next day the same. And then the third or the fourth week, I heard the most people are coming there, and then I'm going from 3 to 9.
Love it. Yeah. I was thinking of coming also this weekend, so yeah. So you say it's from 12 to 9, so I'm almost certainly coming. So. But I might do the same thing because I like it. I just do live and also like whenever somebody says anything, I can directly show them the footage. No problem there.
Yeah. Good luck.
Yeah, thanks.
With your experiment.
Yeah.
I'm doing a social experiment. Come talk to me. Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Yeah. Love it.
Yeah. See you later.
See you, Sanders. As I said. Yeah. Oh my God, HHS. Bringing weak arguments. I hate motorcycles. motorcycles. Look at this shit. Look at what they're doing. So they put their motorcycles right next to the TV and they're making noise because they're upset. Ooh, I'm an animal abuser. Ooh, I'm a motorcycle. My penis is very small and I'm an animal abuser. Hi.
Hi, man.
I'm sorry. Doesn't matter the penis size, guys. Small penises are good also. It's just I hate motorcycles. I'm sorry about that. Ridiculous, huh? Let's see, one more conversation. I keep getting AV people coming to me. Michael, I love Amsterdam. Yes, me too. Garuda. Hey, Garuda. Still oppressing animals, Garuda? Mark J, oh my god, what a legend. Guys, I'm eternally grateful to you, Vegan Power, for helping to end the great moral atrocity of animal exploitation. Thank you so much for the donations. Oh my god, so many donations, I appreciate it. Yeah, I feel I'm a bit awkward when I get donations. Thank you so much. By the way, guys, let me know if you ever want to do this, what I do. Hit me up on Instagram. I can help you. It seems hard, but it's much easier than you would think. It's much easier than you think. Are there any vegan restaurants there? Yeah, of course. Yeah, there's plenty of vegan restaurants around. I was gonna say I'll pull out my phone and look at it, but I can't now. Okay, here we go. Hey, you wanna give it a try?
Let's go.
Can you come more here so I view?
Yeah.
Nice. What's your name?
Ignacio, Nacho.
Hi, I'm Chip. Nice to meet you, Ignacio.
Nice to meet you.
So, how do you feel about oppression?
About what?
Oppression.
Prison?
Yeah.
Like jail?
No, oppression is like.
Oppression.
Yeah, like unjust treatment, cruel or unjust treatment.
I don't know. I think I don't have an opinion about that.
Are you for it? Are you against it? Are you neutral?
Yeah, actually, I'm for live and let it live.
Okay.
So I think it's bad. Yeah, of course. But don't burden me.
So, do you think that the powerful should have the right to oppress the powerless?
I think the powerful.
Should the powerful have the right to oppress the powerless?
Not the right, but they have the power.
Okay, so if they shouldn't have the right, you say they should have the obligation to not oppress the powerless.
Sorry, what?
So if they don't have the right to oppress the powerful, if the powerful don't have the right to oppress the powerless, that means they have the obligation to not oppress the powerless, right? That's the negative. If you don't think they should have the right, that means they have the obligation to not do it, right? If you don't have the right to kill somebody, that means you have the obligation to not kill somebody.
Yeah, it's very strong argument.
Can I give my opinion too?
Yes, please go here. Yeah.
Like, yeah. For example, what like in the actual life, like for example, what happened right now in Venezuela. That's like an example, for example, that from the power guys that oppress the people, but they shouldn't, you know.
Yeah, they shouldn't.
Like, what can do like the people and the people from Venezuela against Maduro, that he is like, okay, I won the elections, but he didn't. Like, it's like a fraud. Like that's oppression, you know. They are powerless right now in what they can do, in what happening right now in that country, you know.
Yeah. So because one individual said they want to do whatever they want to do, a lot of other individuals are suffering for it, right?
Yes, but what can they do? You know, because
Um,
right now all the Venezuela people are going like they are like in the streets against them. But Maduro has like from the militaries and they're talking about that right now there are some people disappearing and also killing. So what they can do? You know?
Well, I would say the first thing that you can do is that when you have the power, that you
Yeah.
don't oppress the powerless. Do you think that's fair?
Sorry, what again?
If you have the power,
Okay.
you don't oppress the powerless.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's fair? Okay, so how do you guys feel about the animals that we force into slaughterhouses for us?
Yeah, that's difficult.
We have power over them, don't we?
Yes.
And we are oppressing them, aren't we?
Yeah, of course.
And we don't need to do it.
Yeah. I think everything what's happened right now with all the food elements and here in the world is like, oh, I'm not sure how to say it in English. We speak Spanish, so.
Yeah.
But everything is unfair. I think that we don't know how to manage all the food that we are like eating right now. Like I am a believer that everyone needs to eat. Like I'm not sure if meat, but they need the protein. So
You
it's
can
really
eat protein.
difficult.
Yeah, go on, sorry.
It's really difficult to ingest all the protein that a person needs without the meat. You know, I tried to be vegetarian and it was really difficult to me. I also tried to be vegan. It was like probably like 10 years ago. I didn't like the meat, so I had to do something. And right now I'm eating meat. I feel a little bit like guilty to do it, but I don't know what else to do. You know. It's difficult to not eat meat. It's too difficult to not eat fish or
Unexpensive.
yeah. It's too
Well, why? It's expensive. It's actually cheaper to be vegan. But like, why is it difficult to not eat meat?
I think it's more. It's because we get used to eat everything with meat or animal procedure. I don't know. I'm not sure how to say that.
Yeah.
But if you look all the local stores with food, if you go to Jumbo or the other local that I'm not sure how to pronounce
Yeah.
because it's Dutch.
Yeah, Albert Heijn.
Yeah, that one. The easy or the cheapest way to eat is it contains like meat or fast food that is like super.
That's actually not true, actually, because there was an article that started at the end of the year that it's actually cheaper to be vegan.
Where?
Here, actually, but like
Okay.
all across the world, really, in the Western Europe and in U.S. and Northern America, Canada, all that stuff. It's actually cheaper to be vegan. But regardless, let's say 20% more
Okay.
expensive, right? Let's say that. Do you think that the 20% more expensive justifies taking the life of an individual against their consent?
No, I don't think so.
Right.
Like in a happy world, in a happy place, if it's easy to say to do that, like okay, I will leave the meat, I will leave everything that hurts the animal. Yeah, of course I will do it, but I think it's not so easy to. It's more easy to say it than do it.
Yeah, but like let's imagine this way. Let's imagine a world where you just get. Do you watch Rick and Morty?
Yes.
Okay, so you know he has this portal gun, right? So let's imagine we create a portal gun. We go into a world that's identical to this one.
Okay.
The only difference is that we don't exploit animals for meat.
Okay.
We exploit other human beings.
Okay.
Would you participate in that?
Yeah, I had to say yes.
You would say yes. You would still kill human beings to eat them.
Yeah, it sounds you're alive, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if everyone hates me, but I will say yes.
Okay.
I think that the animals they don't have like a way to protect them, but we do, you know? I mean, we just came to the Anna Frank house. We saw everything about the Holocaust and the genocide, and right now with everything that is happening in the world right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awful seeing like inoffensive people die and everything, but I think that the animals are more like they don't have the health that we can have, you know?
So, Holocaust speaking, like speaking of during Nazi Germany,
want to
where
talk
would
about
you
that.
where would you feel? Where would you be? Would you be on the side of Nazis or on the side that's not
I
oppressing?
don't want to talk about that.
You don't want to talk about that? That's fine. Okay, but my whole point of view is trying to get you to see that the problem is that you see animals as something that you could take advantage of, right?
Yeah.
Because, like, if you didn't have a choice to oppress animals, you would find a way to make your diet work, would you not?
Yeah, you're right.
You would find a way financially, you would find a way nutritionally, everything.
Yes.
And I'm actually studying to be a a certified nutritionist, and I can tell you that we don't need any animal products to survive and thrive. We can survive and thrive on a plant-based diet. I'll give you resources going further from it,
Oh,
right?
I will have to do
Yeah,
that.
but what I want from you is not just a commitment to not oppress animals, which it would be ideal going after this conversation that you have with me, but rather I want you to understand that when you buy animal products, you are intentionally oppressing animals for something that is optional to you,
Yeah, that's right.
right? So you are basically making these animals' lives, you say they mean less than a pleasure that I get. Their whole life means less than the 10 minutes I get from food.
Okay, what about also like for example like leather or the clothes?
Also against it, yeah. So
And
veganism
what-
is about it's. So veganism is not a diet. It's a moral stance against the oppression of animals.
Like
that
a
means
way
for
of
everything.
living.
Yeah,
Okay.
leather, everything. Entertainment also. Like let me ask you this: If you do you know bullfighting? That's in Spain. There's areas where
Oh
bullfighting
yeah,
is still
yes,
legal.
yes, yes, yes.
So are you for it? Are you against it? How
No,
are
I
you with
guess.
bullfighting?
Where we come, we are from Chile, South America. And we
Yeah.
have like this, what's the name? The las corridas? No, como the. So there is like a tradition that is like pretty similar, like the spend with the cows, I
Yeah.
think.
I forgot the name.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's a lot of protests about against that. But
Yeah, but do you agree with like exploiting animals for entertainment?
no.
No, so
obviously
then
not.
what is the difference then between exploiting animals for entertainment and exploiting them for taste pleasure? Is there a difference? They're both pleasures, huh?
Yeah, you're right.
Because if we can get nutrition from both, that's the sole differentiator.
Yeah, you're right. It's like a different type of pleasure, but both are like exploiting the animals for pleasure.
Yeah. So going forward, do you want to keep participating in the suppression?
No, but I do believe I do believe that is like it's easy to say it that doing it. Like obviously, I think we will try, but it's harder than like to try to start doing like from the morning to the another day. You know, I think it's more like to be slow. Like no, I mean no slow, but it will get more time than what we said.
But you need to stop seeing animals as a means to end. Let me ask you this: is there any animal that you like dogs or cats?
Yeah, everyone,
Yeah.
every animal.
Yeah. So is there a difference between a dog, let's say, or a
No.
cat and a cow
No.
or a chicken?
No, I think yeah, you're right. We are
Hypocrites. Yeah.
to eat meat, and then we go to a farm and see that the cows, and we say like, oh my God, it's so pretty.
Yeah.
I want a cow. Like it's hypocrite. But I think it's more like us trying to. Yeah, I'm watching the cow.
Yeah.
city
So
right
what
now.
you see right now is the dairy industry, by the way, which I was going to ask you
The
just
what?
now.
Sorry?
It's the dairy industry. So what they do is they forcefully impregnate cows. Somebody puts their hands in their anus, holds their cervix, and injects blue semen. I think you just saw that now. And
Yeah.
when the baby is born, because the milk has to go for human consumption, they separate the babies from the mother, which is already distressful, obviously, because we all have instincts to
Yes,
be with
of
our
course.
with our younglings. And then, if the baby is a male, they go to a slaughterhouse. Because they don't produce milk. If the baby is a female, this is what happens to them. Year over year, forceful impregnation, until like 6 to 8 years, when they can no longer produce enough milk to justify keeping them alive financially. The farmer says, "You're not producing anything for me. You're costing me my money."
Yeah,
So
we heard
your
that
life,
yesterday actually.
that's what their life is worth.
Yes.
It's worth how much they produce, right? And when you buy animal products, you are telling the farmers, "I want you to do more of this." It's not that you're being indifferent, it's that you're saying this is good. with your actions. You're putting your money into this.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to see.
It's hard to see, huh?
Yes.
This is the reality that most animals go through nowadays. How do you feel about it? You've been pretty quiet.
Yeah, I've been very quiet. But yeah, it's very strong thing about it because we eat meat, of course. But see, that's magic. But yeah, it's very heavy.
Yeah, and it's not just bad for the animals, by the way, right? It's bad for the people working in slaughterhouses. In fact, there's slaughterhouses, I just learned there's slaughterhouses where children come in like poorer countries. It might be in Venezuela, I don't know where it was, but like there's children actually coming and cleaning the blood of the animals after they get
Probably
slaughtered.
Brazil, I think.
Yeah, so it's you're paying this whole system. It's fucking insane, right? So you gotta like it doesn't matter whether the system continues or not. What you gotta ask yourself is, do you really want to be part of the system? Do you really want to keep paying for the system to stay alive, to grow, right? This is
Yeah,
how they
I mean,
kill sheep.
actually, it's not sustainable.
Say that again.
It's not sustainable. I have read that, like in a few years, or I'm not sure, decades, it's not sustainable because there are like, I'm not sure if stolen, but they are like using a lot of like territory from the forest on the Amazon to do more like places to keep the cows.
Yeah, exactly. The biggest contributor, I think, if not the biggest, amongst the top three contributor of climate change is animal agriculture.
Yeah, exactly.
But this isn't like obviously being vegan is better for the environment. But I'm not sitting here talking about the environment because it would be better for the environment if we killed half the human population, right?
Yeah.
But I wouldn't advocate for that, right? I'm here sitting just strictly on behalf of animals, and even if it were worse for the environment, I would still be here sitting and talking on their behalf because what we do to them is not something that we should be proud or even like ever participate in. It's not something that we.
Yes, but again, like talking about like what I mentioned before about like the people from Venezuela, that they can do about Maduro, like
Yeah.
what we can do.
Is not pay for it, is choose to not participate in it. And the system will go down one by one, each individual choosing to not participate in it. And maybe you choosing not to participate in it will get him to not choose to not participate in it, will get another friend to choose to participate less, and eventually less and less people go participating in it. But none of that matters, because what matters is you and your values. Do you really want to go to sleep at night knowing that you pay for this shit?
Yeah, I know. I want the links of the papers that you
Yeah.
mentioned, and I really like it. But
Okay. Let me give you some resources. I'll give you one card, okay? Because both of you have.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
So there's Challenge 22. They hook you up with a nutritionist. They help you get the vegan recipes every day. Okay. Oh, nice. I love that you're scanning that already. And here on this website, if you switch to English, because oh no, wait, you have it there. Can you scroll down? Yeah, this one. Watch this one. The most important speech you'll ever hear. Watch it. Watch it tonight. Don't even wait. And until then, go to vegan restaurants. Don't oppress animals, because every time you do, one animal will be oppressed on your behalf. And if you're in their shoes, you wouldn't want that to happen,
Yeah,
right?
right. And this is you?
Yeah, this is me, Vegan Power Lab. I'm both on Instagram and on YouTube and TikTok. If you.
Okay. There you go. This one?
Yeah, that's it.
I will follow you. Well, it was hard to hear, obviously.
Yeah.
But sorry. It was a really nice conversation.
What's your name?
Natalie.
You know, Natalie, it was a nice conversation because you were so open to it, you know?
Yeah, of course.
I appreciate
You're
your
right.
openness, but what I want from you is we don't just do lip service, okay? We speak with our actions, we don't just speak with our mouths, okay? Because if we just speak with our mouths, that means nothing to them.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like,
Okay? And if while you're in Amsterdam, I urge you to go to vegan places because they're fucking awesome. The food is
Actually,
amazing.
we were going to tonight to vegan junk food. I think it is.
That's a good one. Yeah, vegan
Yeah.
junk food bar has some good food,
And
but
we-
it's junk food.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
junk food, but
Yeah.
everyone recommend that place, so we're going tonight.
And watch that video afterwards.
Okay,
watch
we
that
will
video.
see it.
Okay.
We will watch it.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Hey, it's been nice having this conversation with you
Yeah,
guys.
thank you.
Ask yourselves how many more animals have to die before you go vegan.
Yeah, we
Okay.
know. Thank you again.
Okay.
Let's go.
Thank you so much. I'm
Bye.
Chip, by the way. Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Yes.
I see you all.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Have a good one. Bye. That was a pretty good conversation. She was. I don't think you guys could see her face, but she was definitely impacted by the conversation. It felt like she was impacted by it. I loved it that I pushed a little bit more, and she was open to it. I pushed a little bit more. She was open to it. I don't think he was that open to it. But she definitely was, and she got all the details. She scanned the thing on right now, and that was actually pretty good. You want to try the social experiment? I ask you some questions, get you to think. You want to do it?
Is it Deutsch?
No, in English. Oh, okay, sorry. It was surprising. It was surprising to see her. Yeah. Yeah, I know there's some problems with Gary's speech, Little Vegan Artist, but it's still a pretty good one to have right now, right? Okay, one more conversation and then I'm done. That's it. It's been 2 hours and I gotta go help a friend. What do you call it? Assemble some furniture. How many animals need to die for you before you go vegan? Yeah, I think I heard it from Alexandra from Die Radikale Veganerin. I think in 2 weeks she'll join me, and we might be doing some really crazy stuff together because I really want to just, you know what Harry does that he goes around to people asking them? I'm thinking of doing something similar, but a little bit different, just to get people a bit triggered, you know, to get them to look into it. A little bit more respectful, I guess. Hello. So everybody, if you're not subscribed, don't forget to subscribe. My hamstrings are from sending. Let them know they are supporting slavery. Yeah. Hi. You want to have a conversation? Okay. Can you come closer so that you're in view?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Akshaya.
Akshaya. Nice to meet you.
Akshaya.
Nice to meet you. Okay, can you come a bit closer?
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Perfect. So, how old are you?
15.
15. Okay. How do you feel about oppression? Do you know what oppression is?
Yeah, I know.
How do you feel about it?
Yeah, like some people are oppressed. Yeah. And
Are you saying? Do you think it's okay to oppress people?
of course not. Of course not.
Okay. Do you think that the powerful should have the right to oppress the powerless?
No, they should not.
Even if it benefits them, and by them I mean the powerful?
If it only benefits them, then no.
Okay. And even if the powerless don't know that they're being oppressed?
No.
Okay. Okay. So then how do you feel about the animals that we force into slaughterhouses for us? Do you think we're oppressing them?
No.
No? Do you think... So oppression means cruel or unjust behavior. Do
Yeah.
you think it's cruel or unjust to force animals into slaughterhouses for something that is optional to us?
Maybe you can say that you're a vegetarian.
Maybe.
Like for vegetarians, yeah.
What do you mean for vegetarians?
Yeah, maybe yes.
So, vegetarians eat dairy products, right?
Yeah, they do.
Do you know anything about the dairy industry?
Just that maybe the cows are not comfortable or like,
So let's start with what do you think cows produce milk?
huh?
Why do you think cows produce milk?
To feed their children.
Exactly. So what farmers do is they don't wait for cows to get pregnant on their own whenever they want to, but rather they forcefully impregnate them. Somebody puts their hands in their anus, holds their cervix, and injects bull semen. Yeah, that's literally the procedure, and somebody else has to jerk off a bull for that to happen. I see you. Yeah, that's exactly what happens. Yeah, that's it's.
She is lactose intolerant, so she anyways doesn't drink dairy, so
Yeah.
she has no idea about
Yeah, after 9 months, when the baby is born, what do you think happens to the baby?
If it's a female, I think it just grows up and then produces more milk.
Yeah,
If
same
it's-
as their mothers, right?
Yeah.
Year over year. Yeah.
If it's a male, I think it dies.
Yeah, they get killed, exactly. But the first thing that happens is they get separated from their mothers, day zero. They're born and they never see their mother again, ever.
Yeah.
So, do you think this is anything that you want to be part of? No. So, do you consume any animal products?
Chicken. only.
Chicken, yeah. Yeah, so for chickens, similar things are happening, right? Like, obviously, because they don't get forcefully. Actually, they do get forcefully impregnated, but like, you'll see on the screen right there because they show also for chickens. But like, regardless of what animal it is, do you think it's fair to exploit them and slaughter them for something that is optional to us?
No.
So if you think it's unfair, what would get you to stop doing that?
Just eat more vegetarian food, I guess.
Exactly. Vegan, by the way, because as I said, vegetarians still contribute to the same animal exploitation, right?
Yeah.
What do you think veganism is, for example?
Veganism is if you don't wear or consume any animal products, which includes dairy. And yeah, vegetarian is that you don't consume meat only. Veganism is when you don't consume any animal products.
Yeah, that's a good description. I would say veganism, it's not a diet. It's just a moral stance of saying we don't want animals to be oppressed for us. We don't want them to be exploited or slaughtered for us, right?
Yeah.
Does that sound like something you would align your values with?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, so that means you should be vegan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what would get you to go vegan right here, right now?
Yeah, just knowing about how animals are treated. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, so that's why I sit here also, because there's also the footage that you see right there.
Yeah.
For example, for eggs, I don't know if you know what happens for. Do you eat eggs?
Yeah.
Do you know what happens to? So the chickens that produce eggs come from hatcheries. Do you know what happens in hatcheries, for example?
The eggs get injected with something so they
no,
cannot.
no.
born?
So maybe I don't know. Some I don't know, but no. What happens is that. The chickens that produce eggs have to be female, of course, right? But out of an egg, there's a 50-50 chance there's either a male or a female, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think happens to the males?
They die.
Yeah, they get blended up alive. Yeah, on their first day of life.
That's brutal.
It's insane, right? Yeah, so when we eat eggs, we're giving money to these industries and saying we need to do more of this to them, right? Do you think we should do this?
We should do less. Definitely.
Yeah, we should do none of it, right? Not less of it.
Yes.
Even one time doing it, it's still wrong. It's still unfair towards that one animal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you? You're her mother.
Yeah.
How do you feel about it?
Honestly, I don't give it too much thought because we as Indians, I feel contribute the least because India has the largest number of vegetarian, of course not vegan,
Yeah.
but of late even veganism is catching on because I truly don't believe that we need to drink milk after a certain age.
We
And
don't.
for example, my daughter
Yeah.
never drank milk other than nursing when she was an infant.
course,
So
that's needed.
for me, this is something which I think is doable, and I would support it provided there are more sustainable options. I
All of
think
them
the-
are more sustainable than their animal-based
I'm not,
counterparts.
when I'm talking about sustainable, I just don't think about the availability, but the cost effectiveness also. Because my mom is a vegan, and in Amsterdam, she survives only on French fries and stuff like that because it's so difficult to get good vegan food.
What do you mean? Go to vegan restaurants are amazing.
To
What do you
search
mean?
for it.
No,
It's
oh my God, do you have
always-
Happy Cow?
No, I don't have Happy Cow. Yeah.
On Happy Cow, you'll find all the vegan restaurants
Yeah,
around
then
you.
I do have to do some
I wish
research.
I had a map. I usually have a map on me. I don't have a
I
map right
usually
now.
make her carry her food because she doesn't eat outside.
Yeah, yeah.
And she doesn't even eat in a place where there are restaurants which serves any meat product or something.
Oh, that's
so
perfect. That's
she's
beautiful.
too
Yeah.
strict. So
I love it. Bravo. I love it. Can I get a high five? Yeah, that's awesome.
for us, it is not something new.
Yeah.
We grew up in a culture where traditionally we support harmony and we support peace, and we also believe that every living creature, not just about animals or animal product. For example, she is a vegetarian who doesn't eat anything which grows under the earth.
Yeah.
So no beetroots, no lentil, because our way of life is that we drink stuff which soothes your body, which keeps you calm. And if you drink drink or eat stuff which makes it hot or heat, you tend to think in a more violent way.
Yeah.
So culturally, Hinduism actually is twinned towards veganism and all the things that we hear nowadays. For us, it's not new, but then I struggle to survive in places where I don't get options.
Yeah.
It's limited, and if I respect somebody's choice of becoming vegan, I would also hope that somebody else respects my choice, that I would not want to be served with the same ladle that you are serving beef to a person and then saying, oh, it's vegan and take this with the same ladle. I would prefer to have a...
I completely agree with you.
Yeah.
I completely agree with you. Yeah.
So
There's a lot of vegan restaurants. Oh, I can't. My phone is there. Yeah, there's a lot of. So if you use Google Maps and search for vegan restaurants, there's a lot of vegan restaurants in Amsterdam who solely serve vegan food. First of all, second, if you go to Albert Heijn, the store that you see with the blue stein, they have vegan options. They have wraps. They have all of them 100% vegan. So you have a lot of options there, right?
Yeah.
But I guess that's it. I just want you to like. I see that you kind of understand the idea of it, right? So
the idea is moral, the idea is good, the idea is not new, the idea is what was existing from a longer period of time. It's based on how the environment molds it. We were born as animals, right? We evolved from animals. So it's not that day one we started killing and eating. We were hunter-gatherers, we harvested food, and also I think everything evolved, and some people were brave enough to still hold on to their beliefs, like my mom. And of course, I gave into it, so I eat a lot of onion and other stuff, which is also not allowed in my culture. So.
But this isn't, by the way, this isn't necessarily about the spiritual thing or culture thing, right?
No, it's
this is
not
about
about-
scientific thing that animals are sentient. That means they have emotions, they have a subjective experience. They experience the world around them just like we do, right?
I agree, but this is also true about vegetarian or vegetables as well. Onions.
Vegetables are not sentient.
No. Let me just complete it. For example, when you eat a lot of onion, it tends to warm your body. It has an effect where it has some chemicals. I can't remember the name of it right away. So, for example, garlic. Garlic immediately raises the body temperature. It has some kind of enzyme which is very good for antibacterial stuff as well. So these things which heat up the body, or we don't even eat those. We don't eat onion, garlic. So for us, it's not about spiritual, it's about science at the same time. And it's not just about emotion, it's about a bigger thing. It's about making the world a better place where everything is calm and peaceful. In the more negativity, the negative energy you invoke, be it the emotional stuff or be it the chemicals or whatever it is, I think you tend to fill the atmosphere with certain negativity. So we try to stay away from it. But what I want to conclude is that it is easier said than done in today's world, because the options of going the wrong way are much more than the options of going the right way.
Because so I would say that's not necessarily true that the options are going the other way. I would say what's happening is that more and more people are born, and they're born into a system of oppression where they think it's okay to oppress animals. But more and more people are waking up and choosing not to do that, right? So if you consume any animal products, and I mean any animal products, I urge you to stop doing that and give your money to the other companies so that the other companies grow, right? But the most important part is that we don't oppress animals. I don't even care what way you do it. I just don't want animals to be oppressed. That's all it is. Okay.
That's understood.
Yeah. Let me give you some resources to look into it. Just like Challenge 22, they hook you up with a nutritionist, help you get the best nutrition, send you vegan recipes every day for 22 days. Because for most people it's a habit, and curbing a habit takes 22 days. They hook you up with a nutritionist, help you get the best recipes you need, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe it's all free, none of it is paid. There's also, if you go scan this code or go on this website and type in this code, they'll ask you for a code if you type that. There's a thing called the most important speech you'll ever hear. But I think it's only in English, so you have to set it to English.
That's not a problem.
Yeah, and it talks about all these things that I talk about. Maybe give that a watch. It's good to watch, and I think like you're so open-minded that it's it's about the animals. Like if you were in their shoes, I would be here sitting and fighting for you. You know, we don't want them to be oppressed. We don't want anybody to be oppressed. That's a reality. But we fight for animals right here. Sometimes we fight for humans. Sometimes we fight for animals. Right now we fight for animals. Okay.
Yeah, good to have this talk with you.
Yeah, and there's an app for you called Happy Cow. You can also find it as a website. You don't have to download the app, and it will show you all the vegan restaurants around you or restaurants with vegan options. But you also have a filter where it's strictly vegan. So if you don't want any animal products to be taught, which I appreciate and I love, then choose that. And there's a lot of them in Amsterdam. Okay.
Thank you.
Nice, thank you. What was your name again?
Akshaya.
Akshaya. Nice to meet you, Akshaya. I'm Chip. What about you?
Annie.
Annie. Nice to meet you, Annie. How about you?
Alpuna.
Oh, Puna. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Thank you, and let's not oppress animals, okay? Okay, love you. Thank you so much, Akshaya. Bye. Have a good one. I don't know what to make of that conversation. It was okay. I think like it was interesting that her grandmother wouldn't eat anything that even touched animal product, which I loved. Uh, the girl, she was open to the idea. She seemed very open to it. She didn't really like it that I had the conversation with her mother. I thought it's good to, since the mother was there, to also involve the mother so that they don't just so that the choice actually is there. But yeah, that's time for a break. Yeah, I think it's time for me to go because it's 6, and I promised my friend I'm going at 6 towards his place. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. I appreciate all of you. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. I don't know if this was a good conversation, this last one. So, there's bad conversations. Go out there and speak up for the animals. You see there's bad conversations. Let me show you what we have here. Look here. So there's Anonymous for the Voiceless tent right there. There's a cube right there. I think you can see it. There's a lot of awesome people doing outreach, a lot of people being talked to. Join Anonymous for the Voiceless if you feel you don't know what to do. You can also just sit in the cube. You can also just talk. You don't have to do anything. Just be brave, speak up. Us not choosing to participate in it is a great, but sometimes it's maybe just not enough, right? So let's choose to stop and to get others to stop. And I think more and more I'm understanding that it doesn't really matter how we approach them, as long as we just get the message there that we don't need to see animals as resources. It's very important. So yeah. Yeah, see, Laura says, I love cooking for omnivores. My meals made a few friends started dipping their toes into veganism. That's a way of doing activism. That's a great way. And you know what? When you do that, speak to them. Tell them, you know what? I don't think animals should be oppressed. I don't think animals should be resources. Do you? I don't want to get into this. Okay, that's fine. Just insert some conversations, some phrases here and there, Oh, I see you like your cat. What's the difference between a cat and a cow, right? What is it? And a few friends even became vegans soon after I did. Great job, Laura. Is it okay to use insecticide? I would say it's not okay to use insecticide, obviously, unless it's like for protection or something survival. In that case, you do what you gotta do. But no, if you can choose to not, if you have the choice to not use insecticide, then choose to not use insecticide. Yes, if you have that choice, I repeat. It's a matter of choice, right? Veganism is a choice. It's a choice. It's not, what I'm trying to say is not that you always have the choice between exploiting an animal and not exploiting an animal. So when you eat, when you buy clothes, when you go and watch entertainment, so why make the shitty choice? Why make the choice that oppresses animals? Don't. Just be a better person, And yeah, there is organic farming. And if you want to be even better, yeah, you can look into the farming and all that stuff. Garuda Legends is still an animal oppressor, I see, so thank you for coming, Garuda Legends. Maybe deep inside you'll stop oppressing animals at some point and learn that you don't need to do it. And by the way, Garuda, because I know all your reasons are of nutritional values, I'm actually studying to be a certified nutritionist, and I can tell you for a fact that we don't need to consume animal products. So get with the program. Stop oppressing animals. Stop it with the bullshit excuses. Yeah, he's a bit of a troll, but you know, all these people they troll until one point something clicks and go, oh damn. So thank you everybody for being here. I appreciate all of you. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Like the video. Thank you. I'm in absolute awe for everybody who donated. I appreciate it so much. I've been a bit awkward because I don't know how to react to it. So I appreciate all of it. Thank you so much. Go out there, speak up on behalf of animals. Join a group like AV. Join a group like With the Free, or just simply speak up for the animals yourself. Whatever it is, do it in front of a camera, no camera, however you feel. Just do it, okay? To your friends, whatever. All activism is good activism, okay? Thank you so much, everybody. I will close now, and I hope you're having a great day today. I think we had some good conversation, so I appreciate all of you for being here. Bye.